time for Swing of the Quad Cities Baseball on Progressive Talk, AM 1270. Swing Baseball is sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, Deere & Company, Dex Media, The Dispatch Argus Leader, iWireless, John Deere, Clements, Lavelle Financial Solutions, Mediacom, Miller Lite, Modern Woodman of America, Orthopedic Specialists, Papa John's Pizza, Peoria Charter Coaches, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, The Quad City Times, Swiss Valley Farms, U.S. Cellular, Valpak, Wells Blue Bunny, and Wire to Wire. And now, here's Ben Chiswick live at the ballpark.
Welcome to John O'Donnell Stadium. I'm Ben Chiswick, and you are tuned in to Swing of the Quad Cities Baseball. A great ball game set for you tonight, and it better be following last night's gem of a game right here at John O'Donnell Stadium. The Swing took the opener, and today, Game 2 on tap between the Swing of the Quad Cities and the Cedar Rapids Kernels. Mark McCormick will take the hill for Quad Cities. He struggled at times this season, but still only a 3.76 ERA. Mark McCormick will look to get at the Kernels tonight. His counterpart, Stephen Merrick, another tough pitcher. Merrick, an ERA at only 2.33. He's 4-1 on the year, so it should be another fantastic pitching matchup here at the ballpark. If you're in the area, what are you waiting for? Get on down to John O'Donnell Stadium. The Rugrats are here, a couple of characters running around the ballpark, so make sure you don't forget to bring your kids. Also, for you die-hard baseball fans, a Baseball America giveaway here at the ballpark tonight as you come in through the gate. So the Swing of the Quad Cities at 19 and 25 will take on the Cedar Rapids Kernels tonight, McCormick and Merrick, after last night a pitcher's duel in the most classic sense of the term here at JOD. It was Jaime Garcia on for the Swing of the Quad Cities and Nick Aidenhart for the Cedar Rapids Kernels. Those two hurlers had done battle just 6 days earlier on Friday night in Cedar Rapids, and in that ball game, Nick Aidenhart got the better of Garcia, but Jaime Garcia got revenge last night, going 8 strong shutout innings, allowing only 5 hits, striking out 5 without walking none. But the Swing found the offense hard to come by early. The game was scoreless until the 6th inning, despite the fact the Quad Cities had put their leadoff man on the bases in each one of the first 6 innings. It wasn't until the bottom of the 6th that they finally broke through. Bryan Anderson led off with a double into left field, and Randy Roth grounded out. A.J. Van Slyke also a ground out. Anderson moved to third. So with 2 outs, it looked like the Swing might strand another runner before Adam Rogers stepped to the plate. Rogers, 23 years old, was a 25th round pick last year. Got a man at third. 2 outs, trying to break a scoreless tie. The 0-1 bouncing ball up the middle. That's over. Aidenhart set. That's past Infante at second base. And the Swing breaks through. Anderson comes home. It's 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. But they weren't out of the woods yet. Despite scoring the game's first run in the very next half inning, the Kernels threatened. It was Dallas Morris leading off with a double, the only extra base hit given up by Garcia all night long. But the catcher, Bryan Anderson, who scored the game's only run in the bottom of the 6th, was determined not to let the equalizer score in the 7th. Trumbo hits from the right side. He's 20 years old. There goes the runner. Curveball. Anderson firing the third. Did he get him? He did! Bryan Anderson guns down Dallas Morris trying to steal third base. And there are 2 outs on the inning. And only 1 batter later. Garcia into the wind. Another curveball bounced up the middle behind second base. Nelson off balance. Throw to first. Scooped out by Adam Rogers. A defensive gem by Nelson at second. Rogers at first. The Swing have all the momentum in their favor now. It's time to stretch from John O'Donnell Stadium on your home for Swing baseball. The fans were loving it. A classic pitcher's duel. The Swing nursing that 1-0 lead all the way into the top of the 9th inning when Brian Stitt came on for the save, a ground out. a strikeout, and here is the final out of the game. And now the Kernels down to their last strike. 1-0 Quad Cities in the top of the ninth inning. Stitt and Wrench, two righties doing battle. The 0-2 swung on and missed at the outside pitch. Jordan Wrench goes down swinging, and that is your ball game. Swinging the Quad Cities get a big win by a score of 1-0. Jaime Garcia, the longest outing for a Swing of the Quad Cities pitcher this year, and Nick Aidenhart's first loss of the season. He fell to 7-1, still leading the Midwest League in both wins, strikeouts, and innings pitched. Tonight we'll see if we can get another pitcher's duel. But on your pregame show coming up next, a special treat. I had a chance to sit down with Jaime Garcia earlier today. I'm going to play that conversation for you after this to find out a little bit about what Garcia went through last night and how he has been so effective on the season. That's coming up next after this break on your home for Swing Baseball.
The Quad Cities lie detector. Don't just sit there. Do something about it. Voice your opinion on the Quad Cities voice for Air America. Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000. Or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this. 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Keaty's GM Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the giant Big Top Buy-a-thon at John Keaty's GM Superstore. I-74 at Timberley Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeaty.com.
If something happens to you, will your family be financially secure? Will your income be replaced? What about college? Don't put it off. Turn to your Modern Woodman agent for the trusted personal guidance you need. You'll work together to select the right financial products to protect your family's future.
For more information on Modern Woodman services and career opportunities, call the Tom Hausmanic Agency at 563-386-8600.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Today for Game 2 of a 4-game series, Swing of the Quad Cities, hosting the Cedar Rapids Kernels. And boy, if tonight's game is anything like last night's contest, we are in for a treat. It was a fantastic pitcher's duel last night. Jaime Garcia out-pitching Nick Aidenhart for the 1-0 victory. And Jaime joins me right here on the pregame show today. Unbelievable start last night, 8 scoreless innings. You must have felt great out there.
Oh, yeah, I feel pretty good. I was able to throw my 3 pitches for strike, keep the ball down, sinker, real good, and just waiting hit. Waiting hit, but their pitcher was pretty good. As you said, he's 7-0, and just keep the ball down. That was the main thing in the game.
The pitcher was pretty good, like you mentioned, and he got the better of you last week. You guys met for the first time last Friday, and he beat you in that ball game. He took the win, you took the loss. Cedar Rapids won 4-1. So how much of last night's game was you trying to get even there, trying to show him that he can't just step right over you like that?
I was just trying to do my best. I wasn't going to lose 2 games in a row. I was thinking of do the best I could, and how you said, he's a real good pitcher. He's a number 1 prospect in the organization, and he's real smart. He's a real good pitcher, and he pitched real good yesterday too. And we got the win. That's it. That's the only thing I can say.
Well, he certainly wasn't the only good pitcher pitching in last night's ball game. The only run crossed the plate in the bottom of the 6th. Adam Rogers, the big RBI single. When that run scored, what were you thinking? Were you thinking that's all I need tonight?
I knew I felt great yesterday. I'm telling you this. I had my 3 pitches for strike, keep the ball down. just throwing strikes, and I feel pretty good when we scored a run because my stop was there. I knew we were gonna win that game, and it was I think it was my best. I got through 8 innings, 86 pitches. It's real good. I mean, this is my best start of the season. Just hope I'll keep doing the same thing.
Now, I've noticed over your last few starts, though, you seem to have been trying to save your curveball a little bit, try to get through the batting order the first time using primarily the fastball and a changeup. Is that by design to save the curveball for later in the game?
Well, I mean, it's kind of that, but what they're trying to me to do is to tell me to throw more of my changeup, get ahead of batters, throw my fastball and then my changeup, 0-2, and then throw my curveball. Don't be throwing like fastball, curveball, fastball, or fastball, curveball, curveball. They want me to throw my 3 pitches. I'm just working on my changeup and my sinker. That's why I haven't been throwing my curveball, because they already told me. I mean, I know my curveball's good. It's there. I can throw it for strike, for ball. I mean, it's real good. I feel real good with my curveball, and I just need to work on the pitches that, like my changeup, sinker, stuff like that. That's why. And last game, the other game, it was my worst start. I mean, I didn't feel good. My start wasn't there. I don't know what happened. And yesterday, I was able to keep the ball down. So I threw a couple of good changeups, and my curveball was there like all the time.
So for development purposes, that certainly makes a lot of sense. Work on your other pitches, but when you have 2 strikes on a hitter, what are you going to come with?
Yeah, the curveball. It's curveball most of the time, and sometimes, like I don't know if you see yesterday last batter, like you got 0-2, they waited for the curveball. You know, sometimes you come with fastball, high fastball, and they expecting me to throw the curveball, and then sometimes fastball. But with 3 pitches, it's like their pitcher. He got 3 pitches for strikes. He's smart. That's all you need. Like in this league, as Gertie was telling me, you can pitch with just good changeup and good fastball. That's all you need. But they want me to have 2 pitches to advance to the next level.
Now, at the beginning of this year, you were throwing the fastball a lot, but mostly a 4-seamer. You then started throwing the 2-seam fastball a lot more. Do you think that gives you much more of an advantage?
Yeah, because with a 2-seamer, you get a lot of ground balls. I think this is I had like 3 games already with like 10 or more ground balls. Yesterday, I think I got like 12, and that's an advantage because you're able to throw that fastball right there. It sinks, ground ball, and it's just real good.
When you first started throwing the 2-seamer early in the year, you told me that you wanted to go later into ball games. You wanted to be able to pitch deeper into later innings. Last night, you went 8 innings. Was that a real sense of accomplishment for you?
Yeah. I think without the 2-seamer, I wouldn't be able to throw 8 innings. Because you come with a 4-seamer, and they're going to swing, and you're going to give them more hits, more fly balls, more pitches, more balls. They become first pitch, 2-seamer, they're going to swing at it, they're on ball. 1 pitch batter. That's why it's a really good pitch to get deep in games.
Jaime, you had a great month of April, your first month as a professional, and the St. Louis Cardinals named you their organization's Pitcher of the Month. When you heard about that news, how did it make you feel?
I mean, I feel pretty good because I've been working hard, like real hard, and I've been doing my job, and I think it's something good, but it makes me feel better to keep working harder, and just keep working hard. I mean, it's nothing.
Well, Jaime, thank you very much for joining me today, and you're already putting in your bid for Pitcher of the Month for May, huh?
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you.
That Swing of the Quad Cities left-handed pitcher Jaime Garcia threw a gem last night, just the latest in a series of strong starts this season. We'll take a quick commercial break coming up here on WKBF AM 1270, and look at the lineups after this on your home for Swing Baseball.
Things are out of balance, but there's one station that will level with you. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk, AM 1270. The Quad Cities Progressive Talk.
I'm home.
Hey, honey, how was shopping?
Don't ask. How about your day?
Well, you know, kids, laundry, picking up.
Oh, did you go to the video store?
Nope, don't have to.
But I wanted to relax and watch movies tonight.
Right, I can order your movie from right here on the couch with on-demand service from Mediacom.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Anyone who has digital cable from Mediacom can do it. Just use your remote to order from over 100 available titles. For 24 hours, you can watch as much as you want. You can rewind rewind, fast forward, stop, start.
So, if I get interrupted, I can start where I left off?
Yep, or watch it over as many times as you like. Plus, you don't have to worry about late fees.
I'm going to like on-demand service from Mediacom. Hey, you know, you have this domestic stuff down.
Thanks, honey. Could you hand me that laundry basket?
Going to the video store is a thing of the past with on-demand service from Mediacom. If you have digital cable, you already have on-demand service. Rewind, fast forward, start, and stop. Watch as much as you like. To order digital cable, call Mediacom today at 800-800-CABLE.
If something happens to you, will your family be financially secure? Will your income be replaced? What about college? Don't put it off. Turn to your Modern Woodman agent for the trusted personal guidance you need. You'll work together to select the right financial products to protect your family's future.
For more information on Modern Woodman services and career opportunities, call the Tom Hausmanic Agency at 563-386-8600.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Rapids Kernels lineup today will start with Heinle Stacia at shortstop, Brad Kuhn in center field, and Jordan Renz in right. Their cleanup hitter is Dallas Morris at the hot corner, Stantrell Smith, the DH, hitting fifth, and Mark Trumbo, the slugging first baseman, bats sixth. Larry Infante at second base for the Kernels. He's bats seventh. Brett Martinez, the catcher, in the eighth hole, and Madison Edwards in left field for Cedar Rapids, batting ninth. As they get set to come to the plate here in the top of the first inning, let's set the swing defense. A.J. Van Slyke in left, Colby Rasmus in center, Chad Gabriel in right, Daniel Nelson at third base with Luis Cotto back in tonight at shortstop. Jose Martinez thus moves over to second, and it's Adam Rogers at first. And your swing batteries plus battery of the game features Bryan Anderson behind the plate. And on the mound, it's the hard-throwing right-hander out of Baylor, Mark McCormick. McCormick, a 1-3 record, a 3.76 ERA, 22 years old, from League City, Texas, making his ninth start of the season for the Swing. Came to Quad Cities, the Cardinals organization, by way of Baylor University, from where he was selected 43rd overall, a supplemental first-rounder in the 2005 draft. McCormick had also been drafted in the 11th round back in 2002 out of Clear Creek High School, but he did elect to go to Baylor for 3 seasons, and here he is with Heinle Stacia in the batter's box, hitting from the left side, the switch hitting native of Curacao, and Stacia takes up and away ball one at 94 miles per hour. That's the book on McCormick. He throws hard. He's got a very sharp curveball, but he sometimes struggles with control. Here he misses upstairs, and it's a 2-ball, no strike count as Jonathan Migret heads into left field to bring A.J. Van Slyke his sunglasses. It's a beautiful sunny day today at the ballpark. 82 degrees at first pitch. A fair sky, just a few clouds scattered here and there, just enough to make it a nice view over the Mississippi River today. And Stacia takes another one upstairs. That is ball 3. McCormick misses with 3 straight fastballs to open this ball game. McCormick in his last start suffered his 3rd loss in as many decisions in the homestand opener against the Lumber Kings. That was on Saturday night, and now he misses inside with a fastball, and on 4 pitches, Heinle Stacia gets first base. McCormick in that start only lasted 3 2/3 innings, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits, a home run to Freddie Thon, a long home run. He struck out 4 and walked 4, also hit a batter in that game. The Swing lost 6-5. Now for McCormick, the story has been the walks. There's no question about his stuff. Opponents hitting only .206 against Mark McCormick, but he has issued 31 free passes in 38 1/3 innings. That is more walks than anybody else, any other pitcher in the Midwest League has issued. So now Brad Kuhn. Brad Kuhn, the left-handed hitting center fielder, 263 average. And he takes a fastball right down the pipe. Strike 1. Stacia at first base on a team that likes to run. Stacia has stolen 7 bags on the year, but he's also been caught 7 times. That's the book on Cedar Rapids. They run every chance they get, but they get caught a lot too. McCormick coming in, low and in with the fastball, and the count's even at 1. No score in the top of the first. Mark McCormick, tabbed by Baseball America before this season began as the number 5 prospect in the St. Louis Cardinals organization. As Kuhn lines one to the backstop, it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. According to Baseball America, McCormick had one of the best power arms in the 2005 draft, pitching consistently at 92 to 95 miles per hour and topping out at 97 to 98 all year long. His hammer curveball can be a plus pitch when it's on. No question about the stuff of McCormick, who with a 1-2 count will kick and deliver to the plate to Kuhn. Curveball inside, a little bit low. Bryan Anderson digs it out. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. McCormick faced Cedar Rapids once in his career. It came last season. He spent most of the year with the Swing last season. His next to last outing of the year, he pitched at Veterans Memorial Stadium. That was August 29th. His throw to first, and that skipped by Adam Rogers. Stacia was sliding in, but now he'll get up and head over to second base. Without a throw, he's in there. The base runner causing problems. Still nobody out in the top of the first. And that's going to be an error on McCormick on the pickoff throw. So the low throw to first base, not handled by Rogers. It'll be an error on McCormick. And Stacia, after earning the leadoff walk, is in scoring position with nobody out. McCormick in his only start against the Kernels last year didn't qualify for the win, only going 4 2/3. It is strikeout 7 against only 1 walk, although he was hittable as his 2-2 comes in high to Kuhn. And the count now full. Brad Kuhn, the spark plug of this Kernels team, who had a very impressive series when the Swing were in Cedar Rapids last week. Both offensively and defensively covers a lot of ground out there in center field. Ready for the 3-2. Here it is from McCormick. High. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks to open up the ball game. And here is Jordan Renz, the big bopper. Now, the trouble that McCormick has gotten into has been he'll walk guys, but then he'll have to come over to the plate with his fastball. And here's a guy who throws in the mid-90s. You do not want to be laying a fastball over the zone when a hitter knows it's coming. McCormick has walked 4 or more batters in 7 of his 8 starts this year. The only exception is that coming on May 7th, he actually struck out 7, walked none in a fantastic 6-inning start against South Bend, his best start of the season. And at the time, it seemed like a turning point start, something that might steer the ship in the right direction. But he has come out with back-to-back 4-walk games since, failing to go past 4 innings in either of them. In 4 starts this year, McCormick has thrown 4 1/3 or less. So he's had trouble keeping the pitch count down. He's had trouble staying away from the free passes. And here he is with 2 men on, nobody out, in the top of the first inning. Here's Renz, Jordan Renz, a .289 hitter. 10 home runs, 38 RBIs. He is your Midwest League leader in RBIs, and he takes inside for ball 1. It's Kuhn at first, Stacia at second. A lot of speed on the bases for Cedar Rapids. Mark McCormick trying to keep it right there. Martinez, the second baseman, flashes behind Stacia at second, but McCormick comes home with a curveball, and that one finds the strike zone. As Renz looks at it, it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Swinging Kernels. Game 2 of a 4-game series here at John O'Donnell Stadium. The 1-1. Another curveball swung on and missed. That time, Renz chased one that dove low and away from the right-handed slugger. Jordan Renz, the 4th-round pick in 2002 by the Angels, from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Attended Tulsa Union High School before being drafted. Waits for another curveball. Oh, boy, Mark McCormick and the whole crowd here thought he got that one, but Renz takes it, and it is called a ball. That's a tough pitch to take, especially when you're struggling with your control, but at the same time, when you're struggling with your control, you're less likely to get that call. 2 balls and 2 strikes. McCormick will have to do it again. The leg kick, the fastball swung on and missed. Pure heat right there, Mark McCormick. Blowing it right by Jordan Renz. Power on power in that sequence. Here's Dallas Morris. Morris, the third baseman, hitting cleanup. But hey, Mark McCormick just a ground ball out of this inning with one out there, men at first and second. Morris, a .230 hitter on the year, does have 3 home runs, 16 driven in 38 games. The first pitch he sees is a curveball, bouncing ball right up the middle. Cotto behind second, can't get to it. It gets through. Stasia rounds third, heads home. The throw goes to third, where Brad Kuhn is sliding in safely. And on the back end, Dallas Morris into second base. Cedar Rapids, a 1-0 lead early. Well, McCormick got the bouncing ball, but it found a hole. Morris will single and advance to second base on the throw to third. Stasia, of course, coming home, and Brad Kuhn into third. Perhaps an ill-advised throw from Colby Rasmus in center field, who wanted to gun down Kuhn. It was a short throw, bounced in there, and it allowed Morris to take second base, thus negating the double play situation with Stantrell Smith coming to the plate. Smith's a tough guy to double up anyway. Now they'll hit with first base open. The very speedy base runner. Smith, a .244 hitter, with one out in the top of the first. Swinging first pitch, fastball, and he can't connect. 1-0 Cedar Rapids early in this ball game. McCormick with 2 walks to open up the inning has gotten himself into some trouble. Cedar Rapids with second and third and 1 away. The right-handed flamethrower from Baylor comes home with another heater. And again, Smith can't catch up to it. He was reaching for a ball on the outside edge of the plate, but his front leg was pointing towards left field, and he pulled off of it. So now McCormick's got him in the hole. We'll see if he goes to the curveball right here. The right-hander from League City, Texas, comes home with another fastball. Smith pokes it into right field. That'll floop down in front of Gabriel. 1-run score. Stopping at third is Morris. The throw comes home. Now trying to take second is Smith. The throw from Anderson. He's got him. The throw from Gabriel came all the way in to Bryan Anderson. At the plate, Smith tried to take the extra base, but gunned down 9-2-4 on the putout there. Throw by Bryan Anderson behind the plate, but the Kernels do take a 2-0 lead. Trying to take the extra base, they perhaps ran themselves out of a few more. Here's Trumbo. Mark Trumbo, a big right-handed hitter, 6'4". 220 pounds, takes a heater inside, ball 1. Mark Trumbo, a 188 batting average. He's got 6 home runs on the year. Waits for the 1-0 curveball, and he lines it right side into the seats. Skips off the top of the Kernels dugout. It's a 1-1 count. Mark Trumbo has 1 hit in 12 at-bats against the swing this year. But that 1 hit went a mile. It was a tape measure home run off of Jason Cairns. He waits for the 1-1. It's a curve, and it's outside. 2-0 Cedar Rapids here in the first inning. Top of the first. Swing will try to get even against Stephen Merrick in the bottom half. Merrick, a tough pitcher in his own right, but not as tough as Aidenhart, who the swing did handle loss to last night. As McCormick comes home with a fastball, that Trumbo takes at the knee. Count even. Dallas Morris at third, 2 outs. Cedar Rapids up by a pair. The base runner takes his lead. The 2-2 from McCormick to Trumbo, swung on and missed. A fastball gets him. So McCormick walks 2, but strikes out 2 in the first inning. Both of the walks come home to score, but we'll see if he found his rhythm at the end of the frame. To the bottom of the first we go. 2-0 Cedar Rapids on your home for swing baseball.
Systems go. Prepare for countdown.
The new Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
3, 2, 1.
WKBF Rock Island.
Let's off to adventure.
So, you got it, Dex?
Think so. You want an interior decorator that takes personal checks, has a feng shui influence, and gives a free consultation?
Yes, indeedy, Dex.
That leaves one. Zen Decorating, 555-6799, where Eastern meets Western.
Well, I hope their decorating is better than their slogan.
Hey, I just call them like I see them.
DexOnline.com, the fastest way to get the most complete local info. More search options make getting the right info easier than ever before. DexOnline.com. It's the one that gets used. Dex knows.
Brewery. Can I help you?
Hi. I just bought a 12-pack of your beer, and I think there's something missing in it. There's no taste in the beer. I mean, the bottles look normal.
There's no taste?
Yeah, it tastes like fizzy water, the beer.
Okay.
So I was hoping maybe somebody in shipping could just hook me up with some flavor, like, I don't know, 12 packets of it, and I'll pay for shipping.
Sir, there's no flavor.
Is there like a flavor barrel or something? Or is there like a flavor distribution center in my neighborhood? I'll pick it up.
No, there's no center, but...
I'll tell you what. I got some Miller Lights here. That'll do the trick. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
If you're going to choose on taste, choose the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Miller Lite. With more taste than Bud Light and half the carbs. Miller. Good call.
For 12 ounces, Miller Lite contains 96 calories, 3.2 grams carbs, 0.9 grams protein, 0 grams fat. Bud Light contains 6.6 grams carbs. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Live responsibly.
The swing of the Quad Cities batting lineup today features Daniel Nelson at the top and Colby Rasmus batting second, Bryan Anderson in the 3-hole. Randy Roth bats cleanup, followed by Van Slyke and Rogers, the same top six as yesterday. In the bottom third, however, Chad Gabriel in right field, Luis Cotto at shortstop, and Jose Martinez batting ninth, playing second base. For Cedar Rapids, it's Madison Edwards in left field, Brad Kuhn in center, Jordan Renz in right, Dallas Morris at third, Stace at short, and Fonte at second, Trumbo at first. Brett Martinez gets the call behind the plate for the Cedar Rapids Kernels, and on the bump it is Stephen Merrick, who was very impressive in his first start against the Swing this year. Into the windup, Merrick comes home. Nelson swinging first pitch, lines one into left field. That's the base hit, heading towards the corner. Misplayed by Madison Edwards. That'll go all the way to the wall. Nelson coasting into second. That'll have to be a double, as Edwards never made contact with the ball. He just took a poor angle on it, and it bounced out of his reach. So Daniel Nelson continues to swing the bat well. Doubling off of Stephen Merrick to open up the bottom of the first. Swing trailing 2-0, but trying to change that right here. Colby Rasmus now to the plate. Rasmus was 0 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout, but on the season, hitting .291. At third base, Dallas Morris comes into the grass. Nelson dancing off of second. Rasmus squares the bunt, pulls back, takes outside for ball one. Stephen Merrick on the hill, a 4-1 record, a 2.33 ERA. This is his 10th start of the season. He was a 40th round pick in 2004, drafted as a draft and follow out of San Jacinto Community College in Houston, Texas. Rasmus again squaring on the 1-0, pops it off back to the mound. Merrick can't get it on a fly. Now he's going to bobble it. Rasmus is safe. Daniel Nelson does not advance. He had to hold up as that ball was blooped up. It wasn't a particularly good punch, as Merrick thought he had a chance at catching it, came in to go after it, couldn't get there in time, and then the ball squirted out of his hand when he went to pick it up. So 2 men aboard for the Swing in the bottom of the first. The Kernels had first and second with nobody out. Now the Swing do. We'll see if Quad Cities can tie it up. They trail 2-0. And here's Bryan Anderson, the top hitter on this Swing ball club, with a .327 batting average. This guy's only 19 years old. Rasmus will be credited with an infield single on that bunt. Curveball to start off Anderson, and he takes it low for ball one. Stephen Merrick, a 4-1 record, a 2.33 ERA, has had a very good season. He's holding opponents to only a .225 batting average. Has another curveball, but this one's good. Taken by Anderson to even up the count at 1-1. But Merrick has really been tough on righties. 32 of his 46 strikeouts this year have come against right-handed hitters. Righties hitting only .170 against Merrick. Well, I'll switch hitters and lefties to start off the bottom of the first, and now a fastball swung through by Anderson. Now the bottom 4 batters in the Swing lineup will be hitting from the right side. But in the top 5, 4 of the 5 will come from the left against Merrick, with Randy Roth in the on-deck circle the only exception. The 1-ball, 2-strike count. Anderson waits for the pitch. He takes off the plate inside, a fastball. Count evens at 2-2. Despite Merrick's success this year, he has been susceptible to the long ball, however. He's allowed 5 home runs on this season, all of which have come over the past 6 games. And despite his success against right-handers, 4 of those 5 home runs have been hit by righties. Here's a curveball. Anderson waits on it, hits the ground ball towards shortstop. Stacia to second for 1. The relay from Infante is in time. That's a double play. Nelson moves to third. So a bit of a rally killer there as Anderson bounces into the twin killing. Nelson to third base, and it'll be up to Randy Roth if the Swinger going to put a run on the board here in the first. Roth, the right-handed, hitting third baseman. A .295 batting average, 11 home runs, 34 RBIs. With Nelson at third and 2 away in the bottom of the first, takes a curveball and takes a called strike. Roth is no longer in sole possession of the Midwest League home run lead. He's been sitting on 11 for a while. In fact, he's been sitting on 11 for 16 days. Waiting for the 0-1. Here it is from Merrick. Swung on and bounced towards shortstop. Stacia, the sure-handed shortstop, waits back on it, gloves it, throws over to first to retire Roth. Now, Roth tied for the Midwest League in home runs with Kane County's Jeff Baisley, who hit 3 bombs to tie Roth just last night. So 1 inning done here from John O'Donnell Stadium. Cedar Rapids 2, Quad Cities nothing on your home for swing baseball.
Top 3 reasons I'm really going to enjoy this long weekend. Number 3, a new grill means burgers on Saturday, steaks on Sunday, and kebabs on Monday. Number 2, I'm getting a bigger fridge for all that meat. And number 1, I'll buy now, but pay later.
Right now at the Home Depot, get special deferred financing on purchases store-wide with your Home Depot consumer credit card. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. Offer valid through May 29th in U.S. only. See store for details.
The Clarion Hotel Davenport is the official host hotel of the All-Star players and swing opponents throughout the year. Conveniently located off I-80, the Clarion is the Quad City's largest full-service hotel. With nearly 300 beautifully appointed rooms and 32,000 square feet of meeting space, it's the ideal property for business meetings, receptions, and family get-togethers. Your family will love the Fun Center's large swimming pool, jacuzzi, and fitness center. The Clarion Hotel, 5202 Brady Street, Davenport. For reservations, visit ClarionHotelDAV.com.
When you hear that music, you know it's John Keating's Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XL and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000 or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Keating's GM Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon at John Keating's GM Superstore. I-74 at Kimberly Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeating.com.
Ahead 2-0 as we head to the second inning, and it will be the bottom third of the Kernels order. Coming to the plate against Mark McCormick, Larry Infante, Brett Martinez, and Madison Edwards. McCormick walked the first 2 men of the game. They both came around to score. Kind of turned things around here against Larry Infante, and he misses upstairs with ball 1. Now, he was much wilder at the beginning of the inning than he was at the end of it, when he did seem to find the strike zone consistently. Behind in the count 1-0 here, though, is pitch number 2 is in at the knees on a fastball. Strike 1. Boy, for McCormick, the first pitch strike so important, and he's talked about that, about how critical getting that first pitch over is for him. Infante squares the bunt. Now he pulls back. He takes one low and in. He was trying to drag a bunt down the first baseline. Got to rise out of the swing the swing corner infield, rather. And into the windup, McCormick's 2-1 strike pitch. Misses low and in again. Another fastball that was close, but not good enough. Larry Infante, the second baseman, a .191 batting average this year. Spent some time with the AAA Salt Lake City club. a couple of games. Infante was heading down to first before the 3-1 even sailed in. It was a called strike. Generally, umpires won't appreciate that very much. And here is the payoff pitch now from McCormick. The 3-2 popped up. Playable left field. Van Slyke moving over. Settling under it. Now take a step back to his left as he puts that one away. 1 out. Here's Martinez. Brent Martinez, the 22-year-old catcher, by way of Riverside Community College. Martinez, a 24th round pick in 2002, hitting only .220 this year, has driven in 12 runs. He was a non-roster invitee to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim big league camp. He watches a strike sail in at the knees for strike one. Brent Martinez had a little bit of a vacation in Salt Lake City last year, too. You can call it a vacation as he takes up and away to even up the count. Spent 4 games with Salt Lake City in 2005. Again, the Angels AAA club. He had 2 doubles with them. A guy that the Angels really like. Now he's waiting for the 1-1. McCormick into the wind, and it's lined straight back into the netting. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing of the Quad Cities winning a fantastic matchup last night between Jaime Garcia and Nick Adenhart, 2 of the Midwest League's best pitchers and brightest prospects, as the curveball misses upstairs from McCormick, evens up the count at 2-2. Swinging Kernels found themselves entrenched in a classic pitchers duel Thursday night, last night, as Garcia did get the better of Adenhart in a 1-0 Quad Cities win. Here's the 2-2 from McCormick. High. A fastball misses. And that's a full count for the second straight hitter this inning. As McCormick throwing a lot of pitches early. He threw 24 in the first. Thrown 11 already here in the second. Bases are empty, but he's only got 1 out. Into the windup. Here is his payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. It was a fastball, but he took a little bit something off the fastball, and Martinez could not adjust. Strikeout number 3 for McCormick. Well, getting back to last night's game, Garcia, who lost the first meeting between the 2 aces on Friday, May 19th, became the first swing pitcher this season to work into the 8th inning. He scattered 5 hits while striking out 5 and walking none. Adenhart, who checks in this morning, still as the Midwest League's win leader, 7-1 the record, and strikeout king with 66, as Madison Edwards is in there, and he's taking a strike. Adenhart took his first loss of the season as McCormick comes over with another strike fastball. No balls and 2 strikes to count. 2-0 Kernels in the top of the second. Madison Edwards, the left-handed hitting left fielder, digging in his batting stance. The 1-1 pulled right field, not deep, along the foul line, giving chase is Gabriel, also the second baseman Martinez that way. It well touched down between them, foul territory. About halfway down that foul line in right field. Nick Adenhart, despite losing his first game of the season, still lowered his ERA to 1.51. He got the complete game loss last night, outdueled by Garcia. Now, Quad Cities put the leadoff man on base in each of their first 6 offensive innings, moving a runner into scoring position in 4 of those, but they did not break through until Adam Rogers came through with a big 2-out single, bouncing ball up the middle to plate Bryan Anderson, who had led off that frame with a double. It was the only run of the ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Brian Stitt then came on for the swing to pitch a perfect 9th inning, a 1-2-3 frame, couple of strikeouts for his 3rd save in as many chances with the swing. Here's the 1-2 from McCormick. Curveball upstairs. Didn't bite. And Edwards takes ball 1. 2-0 Cedar Rapids ahead here tonight. They're trying to even this series up. The swing would love to take a 2-0 series lead tonight. They've struggled at home. Check swing on a 2-2 fastball. Did he go? No, he didn't. Boy, McCormick wanted that call too. Been a couple of close ones that haven't gone his way today. Now, you heard from Jaime Garcia on the pregame show talking about a number of things. His pitch selection is one, how he felt last night, had all three pitches working, was throwing the fastball, the changeup, and the curveball, all of them for strikes. The payoff pitch with 2 outs, up and away, that's ball 4. And McCormick, who thought he had Edwards on the pitch before, loses him now. Third walk of the game here in the second. Heinley Stasa gets a chance. Now, Garcia became the first hurler on the swing staff to go 8 innings in a game this season. And perhaps a part of that, he had his lowest strikeout total of the season, 5 strikeouts. Not a bad number, certainly. As McCormick comes in, hits Stasa right on the back. Well, that ball got away from him. It was a fastball. He just held on to it too long. Stasa certainly didn't have a chance to get out of the way there. That will push the base runner Edwards to second base. And boy, McCormick thought he was out of the inning. He thought he got a strike 3 call on Edwards, who checked his swing. A couple pitches later, he gets walked. Stasa beamed on the first pitch, and here is Brad Kuhn. He's a tough out. He just slaps the ball. He just puts the barrel of the bat on the bow. Here's one inside. That hits Kuhn right on the right side. And all of a sudden, with 2 outs, the bases are loaded. 2 straight get away from McCormick. And all of a sudden, this is a critical sequence in this game. 2 outs, bases empty, a walk, and 2 hit batsmen. Henry Guerrero, the swing backup catcher, will put on his gear and head out to the bullpen from the dugout. Nobody getting up just yet. We'll see if that changes. Bases loaded with 2 outs in the second inning. McCormick sets from the right side. His first pitch to Jordan Wren's check swing. He tapped it foul back behind the plate. Jordan Wren's the league's RBI leader. A .289 average, struck out swinging in the first. Comes to the plate here in the second with the bags packed and only 2 outs. McCormick peering in, bent over, looking towards Anderson. Now he's got a sign, kick. The 0-1, bouncing ball, third base. Daniel Nelson charging, gloves it, throws to first, and there's a strike. He's got Wren, and the Kernels leave the bases loaded in the top of the second. To the bottom half of the frame we go. 2-0 Cedar Rapids on your home for swing baseball.
In every field of medicine, there are leaders. In the field of orthopedics, those leaders are the physicians of orthopedic specialists. The physicians at Orthopedic Specialists are able to offer the Quad City community the latest in orthopedic technology, extensive training, and individual centers of excellence, providing patients the opportunity to receive the most recent procedures available. Orthopedic Specialists, leaders in hand, foot, back, neck, and joint surgery in the region. Let them take care of your important orthopedic needs.
So, you got it, Dex? Think so. You want an interior decorator that takes personal checks, has a feng shui influence, and gives a free consultation. Yes, indeedy, Dex. That leaves one. Zen Decorating, 555-6799, where Eastern meets Western.
Well, I hope their decorating is better than their slogan.
Hey, I just call them like I see them.
DexOnline.com, the fastest way to get the most complete local info. More search options make getting the right info easier than ever before. DexOnline.com. It's the one that gets used. Dex knows.
Hello, I'm Rita Moreno. In all my years as a performer, I've been fortunate to have health insurance that covers the cost of prescription drugs. But I know millions of seniors aren't as lucky. Without insurance, many seniors face significant costs for their medicines. But now, the new Medicare prescription drug program could save you money. There's a lot you want to learn before enrolling. Information is available at MedicareToday.org or through the government at 1-800-MEDICARE. Take the time to learn more.
Join the swing at every Monday and Thursday home game this season for the best deals in town. Every Monday will be a Q106.5 Monday in 2006, featuring hot dogs, soda, and popcorn for only $1 each. Then make sure to come back to the ballpark for Thirsty Thursdays and take advantage of our half-price drink specials. Dollar Mondays and Thirsty Thursdays all season long in 2006.
Cedar Rapids out in front as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Stephen Merrick throwing his warm-up tosses. Now Merrick threw only 10 pitches in the first inning, 7 of them for strikes. worked out of a leadoff double. Considered by Baseball America to be the number 18 prospect in the Angels organization. Merrick turned down a scholarship offer from Texas as well as a chance to be drafted in the second round. By signing with the Angels a year after being drafted in the 40th round in 2004, selected as a draft and follow pick. What that means is that the Angels own his rights. They do it with JUCO pitchers, JUCO players. A team will draft a player, own the rights to sign them, but they won't sign him until after they pitch the next season, at which point both the player and the organization can get back together and decide whether they do want to ink the contract. Here's A.J. Van Slyke. He bats from the left side, wide open stance, swinging first pitch, slaps one down the left field line, twisting, foul, and out of play. Van Slyke has brought his average up to 270. He does have 15 RBIs on the year. Only 14 strikeouts, although he has struggled 4 times this year. He seems to have broken out of that one lately. He slaps another one down the left field line. Again, foul. This one bouncing in play, but foul territory into the swing bullpen. 2-0, Cedar Rapids. Van Slyke leading off in the bottom of the second against the tough right-hander, Stephen Merrick, who misses outside with ball 1. So Merrick, a 40th rounder after having a very good year at San Jacinto Community College. Also had a very good summer experience as Van Slyke tags one into center, but Brad Kuhn gets a great jump on it, gets a great read on it, and he tracks it down for out number 1. Merrick touched 94 miles per hour during the 2004 Junior College World Series, earning the most outstanding pitcher honors. And then he led the Jayhawk League. That's a Woodenback Collegiate League with 8 saves in 2005, hitting 98 miles per hour during fall practice. That's why he had the opportunity, as he fires in a strike now to Adam Rogers. That's why Merrick had the opportunity to either accept a scholarship offer from Texas, prestigious baseball program, or re-enter the draft and be a much higher pick than the 40th rounder, but I'm sure that he got a decent-sized signing bonus for the Angels. There's a high pop fly from Rogers, left side, foul but playable under it. Dallas Morris puts the squeeze to it. A few feet shy of the wall in foul territory off the third base line. Rogers pops out, and here's Gabriel now. According to Baseball America, Merrick has a sturdy build and good mechanics, enabling him to pitch from a good downward plane. His curveball is a sharp 2-plane hammer that comes in at 78 to 82 miles per hour. Stephen Merrick, 6'2", 200 pounds, fires inside to Gabriel, who jumps out of the way and takes ball 1. Chad Gabriel, a 288 hitter, had 1 hit in 3 at-bats the first time he saw Merrick this season. Here he bounces one towards second base. Not a problem for Larry Infante, who gloves it without moving much and throws to first. That's a 1-2-3 at bottom of the second inning. We'll head to the third 2-0 swing trail on your home for swing baseball.
Do the left thing.
Do the left thing.
Listen to Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Read the Quad City Times to catch all of the up-to-date news, weather, and sports in and around the Quad Cities. Call 383-2250 to start your subscription today.
Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar. The Iowa Lions Foundation 4th Annual Golf Tournament will be held Monday, June 19th at Glenns Creek Golf Course in Davenport. For more information, contact Andy Plain at 563-344-9022. Community Calendar is a service of the Quad City Radio Group.
Marissa, are you ready yet? I know you can hear me. You are not missing school again. Marissa! You trying to be a nobody or something? Let's go! All right then. Hit it. I know you can hear this. Hey guys, move closer.
Hey, whatever it takes, don't let your friends drop out. A real
friend can make all the difference.
Cut that noise, yo! I'm coming! Took you long enough. Thanks for the help, guys.
For more ways to help, go to OperationGraduation.com. A public service message from the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Heading into the third inning, Mark McCormick has thrown a lot of pitches in this ball game. Unofficially, I have him at 47 through only 2 innings, so he'll try to be a little bit more efficient as we head to the top of the third. Dallas Morris, Stantrell Smith, and Mark Trumbo due up for Cedar Rapids. Morris, the third baseman, was 2 for 3 with a double yesterday. Digging into the batter's box. 2-0 Cedar Rapids here in the top of the third. Mark McCormick into the windup, comes home with the first pitch. It's in the hands of Morris, who pops it back. Morris 2 for 3 with a double last night on the season against swing pitching. He does have 4 hits and 18 at-bats. A double, a couple RBIs, 5 strikeouts. See if Mark McCormick can make it 6. Here's his 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball. It's off and a little bit outside. Evens up the count at a ball and a strike. The right-hander back into the line. He went to Baylor University, and there's another one fouled back by Morris. Well, the Swing of the Quad Cities would like to thank Old Chicago, great pizza since 1976, for providing today's VIP food. Do you like beer? Join the club. Old Chicago offers over 110 brews from around the world. Local favorites, microbrews, domestics, and imported. As McCormick comes home with a 1-2, it's inside. Did it hit off the bat? Did it hit off the body? Or did it just skip right past? Goes his ball, too. Apparently it hit none of the above. With 30 beers on draft, Old Chicago offers the largest selection of your favorite brews in the area. Thousands of Quad Cities residents are members of their World Beer Tour Club. As the 2-2 is high from McCormick. Now that World Beer Tour Club is free to join. It's fun. It's 110 beers. Old Chicago. Eat, drink, be yourself. Full count now to Dallas Morris opening up the top of the third inning. The payoff pitch is lined straight back by Morris. Count remains full. A warm day at the ballpark has turned into a warm evening. Gotten humid. Summer must be coming one of these days, right? Here at the end of May, you've cracked 80 degrees at the time of first pitch for the first time this season. The payoff pitch again is popped straight down. Might have caught Bryan Anderson in an awkward situation. He's all right, although slow to stand up. Quad Cities trails 2-0 in the third inning. I'd like to thank some of the groups in attendance on this fantastic night. Of course, swing baseball is more fun in groups. Thanks to all of them for joining us, everybody in the suite. A great suite level and great group deals offered here at John O'Donnell Stadium. McCormick winds. There's a fastball. Catches the outside corner. Good night, Dallas Morris. McCormick a strikeout to open up the third on another full count. Five batters of the 13 that have come to the plate for the Kernels have seen full counts. McCormick throwing a lot of pitches early, but with one out, here's Smith. In the third, McCormick, a fastball right over. By the way, give the Swing a call if you're interested in group outings of any kind. 563-324-3000. Swing baseball, more fun in groups, and a lot of great group options and packages to get to take a look at. There's a curveball. Smith was already bailing out. Then he tried to reach at the ball over the outside edge. Good hook from McCormick. Swung on and missed. Into the windup. The 0-2 pitch with one out in the third. Smith checks his swing on a curveball. That's called strike three. Might have caught a break there. Looked like it was a bit off the plate. But the big hook fools the umpire. Fools Stantrell Smith. Fifth strikeout for McCormick today. Here in the third inning. 3 walks, 2 hit batsmen also. And here's Mark Trumbo. It's a dangerous matchup, McCormick and Trumbo. Trumbo pretty much a dead fastball hitter with a lot of raw power as McCormick misses outside with the fastball. Mark Trumbo hitting only 188 on the year, but 6 of his 25 hits are home runs. When he gets them, he doesn't just clear the fence. There he pops one up into right field. Didn't hit that one far enough, got under it, and Chad Gabriel will settle under it. He'll put the squeeze to it in right field. The 1-2-3 third inning, just what Mark McCormick needed. And to the bottom half of the third we go. 2-0 Cedar Rapids on your home for swing baseball.
Headed up to here with Ditto Heads.
Ditto Heads? Flip it to Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Flip it to Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
The bond between food and Pepsi is a storied tradition. It is a bond of respect and admiration.
I just know that when I come out of the piping hot oven covered in cheese and pepperoni, I'm a little disoriented. But then I see that beautiful blue and red and white eye gazing at me. I know I'm not alone.
A bond that says where there's a pizza and a Pepsi, things are going to be okay.
And that's when I knew who I was. I'm a pizza. And proud of it. You know, it's because of... Oh, thank you, Pepsi. It really, meant a lot.
It's a bond of... Well, you say it, Mr. Pizza.
Love. I love you, Pepsi. I'm a pizza, and I love Pepsi. There, I said it.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
When people ask us why our Swift Valley Farms milk tastes so fresh, we tell them there are just 2 simple reasons. Our milk comes from dairy farms right here in the Midwest, right close to home, so it spends less time on trucks and more time in your fridge. The second reason is that we're farmer-owned and always have been. So our farmers' standards of quality always come through. Swiss Valley Farms. Farmer-owned with pride.
Today's Quad Cities are a wonderful place to visit and a great place to live, work, and build for the future. A place that John Deere is proud to call home. Deere & Company, a proud sponsor of Swing of the Quad Cities baseball. Cedar Rapids is out in front by a score of 2-0. We head to the bottom of the third, and so far, the Swing have not been able to break through against Stephen Merrick. Merrick, who allowed a double to the first batter of the game. But since then, just a bunt single from Rasmus. Other than that, all 5 have been retired. Leading off the bottom of the third, Luis Cotto, the shortstop, who was 0 for 3 with a strikeout the first time he faced Stephen Merrick. Cotto, a .254 hitter on the year. Now, it was May 16th when Merritt faced Quad Cities as Cotto swinging on the first pitch, pops it up right side, foul, and well out of play. And he threw 7 strong innings, allowing 2 runs but only 1 earned on 5 hits and 2 walks. He did strike out 7 in that game, in which the Kernels staked them out to an early 5-0 lead, getting to Kyle Sadlowski early in that ballgame as Cotto takes one upstairs. Cedar Rapids eventually coasting to the 7-2 win. That was in the series opener back on May 16th, and now he beats Luis Cotto. So we've seen 3 men hit already in this ball game. Certainly not trying to imply that any of them have been intentional, because I don't believe any of them have been. But the Swing will take the leadoff base runner here in the third. And here's Martinez. Martinez has really hit Cedar Rapids well this year. Martinez only hitting .234 on the season, but 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. He's only played 22 games. Martinez against Cedar Rapids with 5 hits and 17 at-bats. 4 of those 5 hits for extra bases, including 3 home runs. 7 RBIs in 4 games against the Kernels this season. Takes one called strike fastball, lower portion of the zone. So Merrick, who beat the swing the first time he faced them, Martinez was 0 for 3 in that ballgame. Merrick did have a start in between his 2 outings against Quad Cities. That came in Kane County on Sunday as Martinez pops one up and out of play, back behind the dish. Against the Cougars, Merrick scattered 9 hits over 6 innings, but allowed only 2 runs, striking out 4 and walking 1. He did allow a home run to the Cougars' Jeff Baisley's 8th home run of the year, as the Cougars tied it in the 6th inning, eventually going on to beat Cedar Rapids 3-2 in 10 frames. Martinez sprays another one foul to the right side. So Jeff Baisley, who hit his 8th home run off of Merrick 5 days ago, hit 3 home runs last night to tie Randy Roth for the Midwest League home run lead. Leading off of first base, Cotto is hit by a pitch. At the dish, Martinez waits on a curveball, line drive right at the shortstop. Stacia wandering off the bat. Cotto will be doubled up as Stacio's throw comes into Mark Trumbo. Martinez hit it on a line, but he hit it right at Stacia. Cotto wandering off the bag is doubled up. 2 outs, bases empty, just like that. And here's Nelson. Nelson doubled in the first inning. He's had a good streak going lately. Had a 9-game hitting streak that was broken up. Then yesterday went 2 for 4. Doubled in his first at-bat here tonight. Swinging and missing in a pitch. Strike 1. Swing trailed 2-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nelson had 4 hits and 17 at-bats during the Clinton series. Stole 3 bases. He got 15 stolen bags on the year. Talk about a guy the swing of the Quad Cities want to put on base. And he'll be hitting leadoff for the foreseeable future as he lines one straight back. Now Daniel Nelson has hit leadoff in 31 games this season out of 45. He's also hit second a handful of times, 4 times to be exact. And he's hitting the 9-hole 5 times. The switch hitter out of Los Angeles. Bats from the left side. Waits for the 0-2. It's a breaking ball, and it's called strike 3. Good hook from Merrick, who hits the first batter of the inning, but then gets out of the frame thanks to a double play. His first strikeout of the game ends it. And 3 innings now in the books from John O'Donnell Stadium. Cedar Rapids 2, Quad Cities nothing on WKBF AM 1270. Your home for swing baseball.
You're a fine American, and you don't need Sean Hannity to tell you so.
Progressive Talk,
AM 1270.
Read the Quad City Times to catch all of the up-to-date news, weather, and sports in and around the Quad Cities. Call 383-2250 to start your subscription today.
Well, I was 10 when I first got involved with drugs.
When I first got pregnant, school was not important to me, so I dropped out.
The only way I can make something out of my life is that if I get an education.
Stay in school. Give yourself a chance. I want to be somebody.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
We're back. So, Mr. Smith, being the most forgetful person in the world must be, well, difficult.
You're right, Betsy.
The name's Ben.
I've lost my car keys so often. And when it comes to things like birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, forget about gifts.
Which is probably just what you did.
It's a real problem. My relatives won't even speak to me, Bonnie. Not that I can remember who they are.
The name is Betty. Look, haven't you heard of the Savings Bonds Easy Saver Plan from the U.S. Treasury?
No.
It's an easy way to give U.S. savings bonds as gifts. You just sign up for at least 2 automatic purchases per year from your checking or savings account. You'll never have to remember to buy gifts again.
Wow! I think even I could remember that. If I could remember. What was it?
Easy Saver. Check out the website at www.easysaver.gov.
Could you repeat that?
easysaver.gov.
Could you write it down, Barb?
It's Easy Saver, and I'm not Barb.
Sorry, Becky.
A message from the Department of the Treasury.
The selection of lagers and ales handcrafted with old world tradition at Bent River Brewing Company. Located at 1413 Fifth Avenue in Moline, Bent River provides a unique experience that you, quite frankly, do not want to miss. We'll head to the fourth here. Mark McCormick coming off of his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. He's got 5 strikeouts through 3. But the swing trailed 2-0. Courtesy of 2 first-inning walks that both came around to score runs. Each team with 2 hits. The Swing have committed the only error of the ball game, although it did not lead to an unearned run. So here is the bottom third of the Kernels' order. The second time through the lineup, Infante popped out to left field his first time up. A left-handed hitting middle infielder takes the first pitch he sees in the fourth, and it's upstairs for ball 1 on the fastball. McCormick has thrown 60 pitches through 3 innings. And his 62nd pitch coming up here, popped up by Infante, third base side, foul and out of play. Larry Infante, a 21-year-old from Venezuela, was signed as free agent by the Angels in February of 2004. Daniel Nelson in on the grass at third base to protect against a potential bunt. The 1-1 curveball swung on and missed. Well, the breaking ball has been sharp from McCormick. And his control today has come and gone. As the 1-2, it's another curveball. Ooh, just missed off the plate inside. Count even. I was going to say that his control had been much better since that first inning, really that first few batters sequence, but then with 2 pitches in the second, hit 2 batters, back-to-back pitches where he just seemingly lost it for a second, then regained the control. And here on a 2-2 count, fastball up in the zone, swung on and missed by Infante. Strikeout number 6 for McCormick, who all of a sudden is racking up the Ks. He's fanned 3 of his last 4 batters that he's faced. Here in at the top of the fourth. McCormick in his career has struck out as many as 8 in a game. Done that twice. Most recently last August in 2005 in a ball game against Peoria right here at John O'Donnell Stadium. Here's Martinez, the catcher. Brett Martinez takes strike 1 in. Martinez has 3 hits and 11 at-bats against Quad Cities this season. 220 hitter on the campaign. Struck out swinging, though, in the second. Looks at the 0-1. It's another fastball from McCormick. Good for strike 2. That one checking in at 94 miles per hour on the scoreboard in left field. Righty-on-righty matchup. The Baylor product into the wind. A curveball 0-2. That swung on and missed. And all of a sudden, Mark McCormick isn't just throwing strikes, but he's in quite the rhythm here. Struck out 4 of 5, including the first 2 of the fourth. And the number 9 hitter for the Kernels, Madison Edwards. Now, Edwards threw a walk in the second inning. He drew a 2-out walk. And in a 3-pitch sequence, McCormick walked 1 and hit 2. He'll try to throw the first pitch for a strike here, but he does miss off the plate inside with a fastball. So after mowing down Infante and Martinez, McCormick can keep his focus right here into the windup. The 1-0's cut on and popped up back behind home plate, not a play. The foul ball evens up the count to Edwards, 1-1. Game 2 of this 4-game series. The Swing haven't won a series at John O'Donnell Stadium since their first of the year, April 10th through the 13th. Scratch that. April 13th through the 15th against Peoria as McCormick misses with a curveball. It's a 2-1 count. Into the windup. Mark McCormick to the plate. Swung on and missed. Another high fastball, and the count is even at 2-2. McCormick, 22 years old. He was the 43rd overall pick in the 2005 draft. Has electric stuff when he can locate it. He has done so this inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Edwards. McCormick into the wind. Curveball. Edwards stays alive, just cueing that ball foul. Wide of the bag at third base. So he'll get another one. 2-0 Cedar Rapids out in front in the top of the fourth. Swing of the Quad Cities looking to battle back here. So far they haven't been able to break through against Stephen Merritt. Now the 2-2 to Edwards misses away. Fastball, and it is a 3-2 count. Keith Mitchell, swing of the Quad Cities manager, watching with his left leg up on the front step of the dugout. The 3-2 with 2 outs. Check swing, but he went around. Good night, Madison Edwards. Mark McCormick strikes out the side in the fourth. He's tied a career high with 8 punch-outs. And the swing of the Quad Cities will look to erase a 2-0 deficit after this break on your home for Swing Baseball.
Excellence in broadcasting, it's right here.
Quickly, before it's too late, press the superhero button.
Progressive Talk.
AM 1270.
You know your job is rough when you wear a suit to work that's fireproof. I'm Jeff Gordon. I drive for Pepsi. This is how I open it up. I have an 850 horsepower office. Every morning I get strapped into my chair and brace myself for a hard day's work. I have a 13.2 second lunch break, and that's to change 4 tires and get refueled. But after all that work, the best payment I can get when I slide out of my office onto Victory Lane is an ice-cold Pepsi. This is my work day, and tomorrow I'll do it all over again. Pepsi Racing. Open it up.
All season long, grab an ice-cold Pepsi and check out the not-so-everyday day job of Jeff Gordon. Nothing stands between number 24 and his ice-cold Pepsi on Victory Lane. It's the perfect companion to the race. Join in the action. Grab a Pepsi, open it up.
Great tickets are still available for every Swing of the Quad Cities home game this season. Swing Baseball is, by far, the best sports deal in town. Box seats are just $9, and bench or berm seating is just $7. For kids and seniors, it's only $6. Spend your summer outdoors by the Mississippi River with exciting Swing Baseball. To order Swing Baseball tickets, give us a call at 328-2000.
Cedar Rapids leads the Swing of the Quad Cities. Mark McCormick all of a sudden catches fire. He struck out 5 of the last 6 batters he's faced. Give him 8 punch-outs on the night. That ties a career high. 75 pitches, though, through 4 innings. We'll see how long he can last in this ball game. Colby Rasmus to the dish for the Swing of the Quad Cities. Rasmus hitting in the 2-hole. Singled in the first. It was a bit of a... Well, it was a bunch single. Bunt that was popped up, but hey, Colby will take it any way that he can get it. Rasmus last night was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. 1 for 1, as I mentioned, here tonight. Now, Colby has been working very hard on cutting down the strikeouts. Swinging for his pitch, pops this one up on the infield. The shortstop Heinley States is under it, just out on the shallow left field grass. He makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 out in the fourth. I was just going to point out the discrepancy in Colby Rasmus's numbers. A lot of strikeouts early in the career. He's really turned that around lately, spanning only 3 times in his last 15 games. But here's Anderson now, Bryan Anderson, the left-handed bat, swinging first pitch, pops one up left side, foul and into the sweep. Boy, man, ducking out of the way of that one. Strike 1. Bryan Anderson was 1 for 3 the first time he faced Stephen Merritt. Did strike out twice in that game, and swings and misses at a good changeup. Down in the count 0-2. Anderson grounded into a double play in the first inning on the season against Cedar Rapids. Only 2 hits in 16 at-bats. And, well, he's hitting everybody else. Anderson checking in at .327 on the season. Looks at one low and away. That .327 batting average for Bryan Anderson is good for 3rd in the Midwest League. He trails only Eric Liss of Beloit, who Swing of the Quad Cities will see next. And Kyle Blanks of the Fort Wayne Wizards. Here he slices one into left field. Bad read on it by Edwards. who goes to his left. Now will cut in, and he will make that catch. But boy, a couple of adventures out there tonight in left field for Madison Edwards. And here's Randy Ross. Ross, the DH, will try to extend this inning a little bit. Stephen Merrick has not had to throw a lot of pitches in this ball game. In fact, he hasn't thrown more than 10 pitches in any inning yet today. His first pitch to Ross with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth is low and away, and it'll skip to the backstop. Swing trailing 2-0. Boy, this Cedar Rapids team really does have very good pitching as Ross lines one straight to the backstop into the net behind home plate. We saw Aidenhart last night. Stephen Merrick has been impressive now through a start and a half against the Swing this year. Moose Mosbach going tomorrow has had a strong season. Mosbach with a 3.16 ERA, and then Tommy Mendoza, who's gotten battered a little bit, an ERA over 5, but here's a kid who's only 18 years old, and he's got good stuff. The 1-1 just misses inside. So this Kernels team really a very good starting pitching group, but they've struggled to put wins together. Ross jams, fights one off to the left side of the infield. The third baseman Morris over to his left will scoop it up in front of Stacia, and he'll throw to first. Another 1-2-3 inning for Stephen Merrick, who is sailing. He hasn't given up a hit since the first, and he has staked the Kernels out to a 2-0 lead. We'll look ahead to the 5th inning after this break on your home for Swing Baseball.
Hi, I'm Daniel Nelson. I play shortstop for the Swing of Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
The Peoria Charter Coach Company is an official sponsor of Swing Radio broadcasts. With Peoria Charter, you'll get the best comfort and service in the entire Midwest. The Peoria Charter Coach Company is proud to be the official bus service of the Swing of the Quad Cities, the Peoria Chiefs, and the Clinton Lumber Kings. For the best service, call the Peoria Charter Coach Company at 1-800-448-0572. The Peoria Charter Coach Company. They're only pleased when they're pleasing you.
Have you heard about Valpak.com? It's the online version of the famous Valpak Blue Envelope with even more great offers. At Valpak.com, you can find savings for your home, coupons for eating out, table for two, or maybe even discounts on gardening services. To discover today's savings for yourself, just log on to www.valpak.com. Enter your zip code and start browsing our online coupons. So, how does that sound? Valpak.com. There are more savings online for you.
Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar. Renowned musician and composer Michael Burkhart will present a concert at 4 p.m. Sunday, June 4th on the new Casavan organ at St. Mark Evangelical Lutheran Church, 2663 West 3rd Street. Admission is free. Community Calendar is a service of the Quad City Radio Group. Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar. If you have an event you'd like mentioned on Community Calendar, has retired 7 in a row now, missing low and away with ball 2, back-to-back 1-2-3 innings, 5 of the 6 outs in those 2 innings via the K. Falling behind Heinrich Stacia, however, 2-0. Stacia has yet to see a strike this ball game as he takes one up and away for ball 3. Stacia walked on 4 pitches in the first, was hit by the first pitch of the sequence in the second, and now he's got a 3-ball, no-strike count. Stacia, the switch hitter, batting from the left side, 20 years old, out of Willemstad in Curacao. And now he sees
A strike from McCormick. The 88-mile-an-hour fastball paints the outside corner. Nelson Hill on the grass at third base as McCormick winds, and here's the 3-1. There's another called strike. Close pitch down around the knees, and the count is full. Swing trail by 2, but the momentum in this game starting to shift. Mark McCormick trying to make sure that trend continues. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. That's a fastball. McCormick has struck out 4 in a row, 6 of his last 7. And with that punch out, he sets a career high with 9 strikeouts in this ball game. How about Mark McCormick after a rough start? Has really rebounded. 9 strikeout of the ball game. The high for swing pitchers this year. That's a high for McCormick in his career. Now squaring to bunt, Brad Kuhn pulls back. Takes the ball upstairs. 4 strikeouts in a row. Not sure whether that's more impressive or whether the 6th of his last 7 is. In either case, he hasn't given up a hit since the first inning or a base runner since the second. Kuhn takes low and in, and that is ball 2. 2-0. Kernels out in front. Another good pitching matchup here tonight as McCormick has found his rhythm. The 2-0 up and in. Brad Kuhn jumps out of the way of that one, and well, just as I say that, he falls behind him 3-0. McCormick fell behind Stacia 3-0 and then struck him out. He'll try to fight back here against Kuhn as the bullpen does get up for the swing of the Quad Cities. 3-ball, no strike pitch is in there for a called strike. That's Ashley Hooks getting loose in the Quad Cities pen. The Georgia native. On the diamond, Mark McCormick into the line. Fastball inside for ball 4. Brad Kuhn has been on base 3 times tonight. 2 walks and a hit batsman. And the swing of the Quad Cities will hope that McCormick can get through this 5th inning as the pinch count is getting up there. 9 strikeouts for Mark McCormick. He has walked 4 and hit 2. Jordan Wren's at the plate, but the throw goes to first. We're sliding back in. Kuhn is safe. Now Kuhn can be a danger on the base path. 16 stolen bases. That's the most in the league and the most on the team that has the most in the league. There he goes. Pitch comes home, low and away. The throw down to second from Anderson is a strike. He got him. Brad Kuhn gunned down, heading to second. And Bryan Anderson, after throwing 2 runners out last night, throws another one out tonight. He's caught 3 in a row trying to steal. So here's Jordan Wren with nobody aboard and 2 outs. The right fielder is 0 for 2 on the day. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike. So the count evens up to Wren. 10 home runs, 38 RBIs on the year. Waiting for the 1-ball, 1-strike, offering a curveball, and he whiffs at it. Boy, that ball just hung up there. Wren's, his eyes got big like beach balls, but couldn't connect to it. 1-2 the count. Into the windup. McCormick, another hook. It is upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. In the top of the 5th, Kernels in swing. Cedar Rapids up by 2 runs. McCormick into the line. The 2-2, another curveball, another swing, and ooh, he just stays alive, tapping that one straight down. The ball was shielded from my view. I thought he whiffed at it, but got just enough of it to alter the ball's path and keep it out of Bryan Anderson's glove. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Righty on righty, power on power in this matchup. McCormick into the windup. Here is the 2-2. It's a fastball. It's right down the pipe, and Wren stares at it, leaving the bat on his shoulders. Strikeout number 10 for Mark McCormick in 5 innings of work. But the Swing of the Quad Cities still have their work cut out for them. They trail 2-0 halfway home on your home for Swing Baseball.
Dealing daily with the politics of the open mind.
Politics of the open mind.
Let's run it. Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Hi, I'm Papa John, and when I say better ingredients, better pizza, I'm not talking about a little better. I'm talking about a lot better. Let's talk about our pizza sauce. It's made from fresh, fine-ripened tomatoes, not from concentrate. And when it comes to ingredients, we select from the world's best. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. A lot better.
Call your neighborhood Papa John's today and ask for the Home Run Special, a large, thin, or original crust pizza with up to 3 toppings for $10.99. Just $10.99.
Emergency response. You fell down a well. Your head? It's stuck? A vase? Listen, this line is for real emergencies, not pranks.
Things can get pretty ugly when you're bored after school. In an after-school program, you can find something way better to do, like hoops, soccer, painting, even field trips. Check out AfterSchoolScene.com. It's more fun than getting your head stuck in a vase. Brought to you by the After School Alliance, the Mock Foundation, and the Ad Council.
The best way to entertain a large group of family, friends, or clients is on John O'Donnell Stadium's River Pavilion. Boasting a magnificent view of the Mississippi River to the south and downtown Davenport to the north, the River Pavilion gives you access to an all-you-can-eat buffet before the game. Choose from hot dogs, hamburgers, pulled chicken, pulled pork, chips, pop, and ice-cold beer. Then you'll get exciting Midwest League baseball from the game's most scenic ballpark. For more information on the River Pavilion, give us a call at 324-3000.
Kernels, and it's time to play a little bit of trivia. Question tonight is, the St. Louis Cardinals have 37 members of the Hall of Fame that have played for their team. 37 Hall of Famers in the Hall as members of the St. Louis Cardinals players. Now, I want you to name me the one St. Louis Cardinals player that was elected to the Hall of Fame as a manager. Again, which of the 37 St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame players was elected into the Hall as a manager? To answer that question, head to www.swingbaseball.com. Click on the On the Air tab on the left side of your screen and email Ben Chiswick. We'll see if anybody gets this one tonight. A.J. Van Slyke takes a curveball low and in here in the bottom of the fifth. And it misses from Stephen Merrick, so he's ahead in the count 1-0. Just as quickly, he takes another hook that again misses. That one a little bit high. 2 balls, no strikes to count. A.J., the 23rd round pick in 2005 out of Kansas, lines one to the backstop. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Van Slyke was 1 for 4 with a double last night. 5 for 12 against Cedar Rapids this season. And Bryan Eversgerd sending signs down to the bullpen as Van Slyke pops one up left side. Just shy of the sweet level, but in the seats rather. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. We'll see who gets up for the swing in the bullpen. Looks like it's going to be Matt Trent. I haven't seen Matt Trent in a ball game in a while. Van Slyke swinging and missing at a fastball. Merrick got him upstairs. For Merrick, only his second strikeout of the game, but he has been sharp. Allowed hits to the first 2 batters he faced, and nothing since. Not a walk, not a hit. Only 1 hit batsman came in the 3rd inning. Luis Cotto bearing the brunt of it. Here's Adam Rogers swinging first pitch, popping one up off the end of the bat behind the plate. A little miscommunication in the swing bullpen. Matt Trent got up. He thought he was throwing, but Ashley Hooks will be the hurler getting loose. We'll see if he comes in for the 6th. Mark McCormick, unofficially, I have him at 92 pitches through 5 innings, 10 strikeouts. Rogers jammed on a ball that he pops up back behind the plate, and he's down in the count now 0-2. Again, your trivia question tonight of the 37 St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Fame players who is the only one to have been elected to Cooperstown as a manager? That answer coming up in just a few innings. If you think you know it, log on to www.swingbaseball.com. Click on the On the Air tab on the left side of your screen and email me, Ben Chiswick. And hey, if you don't think you know it, do it anyway. Take a guess. What do you got to lose? With one out in the bottom of the fifth, the Swing have a game to lose if they don't come back from this 2-run deficit. But Adam Rogers at the plate right now trying to get it started. He takes a curveball low and away. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. It's been a Jekyll and Hyde performance tonight for McCormick so far, who's walked 4, hit 2, and allowed a pair of runs. He's also struck out 10 and hasn't allowed a hit since the first inning. Bouncing ball towards shortstop from Rogers. Easy play for Estacia. A few steps to his left. Scoops it up. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down in the fifth. 7 in a row retired by Stephen Merrick. The only base runner he's allowed since the first inning was erased on a double play. Talk about a guy in a groove right now, Stephen Merrick. A 4-1 record, a 2.33 ERA through his first 9 starts of the year. Swinging first pitch is Chad Gabriel, and there's a base hit into right field, hit on a line to the left of Larry Infante, the second baseman. Chad Gabriel swinging first pitch. He singled off of Merrick back on May the 16th when these two teams first got together, and he singles off of him again here tonight. Here's Cotto. Cotto didn't get a chance to swing in the third. He was beat. We'll try to get even right here. Down 2-0. Swing trying to scrap back into it. Merrick peers in, the right-hander. Stephen Merrick out of San Jacinto Community College in Houston, Texas. Stares in. Runner at first. Here's the pitch, and it is upstairs, ball 1. Luis Cotto back in the lineup today, primarily for the glove. A very good defensive shortstop. One of the odd men out in Keith Mitchell's new lineup that he plans to stick with for the most part every day, although, of course, it will change occasionally due to days off and things like that. Cotto swinging at the 1-0, puts it into center field on a fly. Brad Kuhn will take a few steps back, settle under it, and put the squeeze to it. A 2-out single for Gabriel, but Swing can't move him any farther than that. They strand only their second base runner of the game, trailing 2-0 as we head to the 6th on your home for Swing Baseball.
There are 2 sides to every story.
We have the other one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage
Progressive Talk.
Progressive Talk.
AM 1270.
In every field of medicine, there are leaders. In the field of orthopedics, those leaders are the physicians of orthopedic specialists. The physicians at Orthopedic Specialists are able to offer the Quad City community the latest in orthopedic technology, extensive training, and individual centers of excellence, providing patients the opportunity to receive the most recent procedures available. Orthopedic Specialists, leaders in hand, foot, back, neck, and joint surgery in the region. Let them take care of your important orthopedic needs.
She says all the homes in the village are gone and she can't find a family. Tell her we'll find them. We're bringing in food, water, and shelter. Cálmate. Muy pronto va a llegar agua, comida y un lugar para descansar. Cálmate.
Some people join the Naval Reserve to build bridges, and that's what they do.
She's scared and she doesn't know where to go. Tell her to stay right here. Dicen que te quedes aquí.
Sometimes duty calls much closer to home.
Dad, when will Mom be back?
Honey, it's just the weekend.
She missed my 2-pounder.
I know. She's a great nurse, though, and we're not the only ones who need her.
Yeah, I can catch another.
The more you give, the more you get. So call the Naval Reserve at 1-800-USA-USNR. 1-800-USA-USNR. The Naval Reserve. Stay strong.
Of the 6th, a 1-1 record, a 1.10 ERA in 7 appearances with Quad Cities In 16 and a third innings, he struck out 10, walked 3. He has allowed 2 earned runs, 1 on a homer. On 8 hits, Ashley Hooks has been extremely reliable out of the swing of the Quad Cities pen. He actually did not allow a hit to the first 17 batters that he faced upon joining the swing. That stretch beginning on April 25th, lasting through the 27th. And here he'll face Dallas Morris, Santrell Smith, and Mark Trumbo as Ashley Hooks comes on in relief of Mark McCormick. Morris, the right-handed hitter, 1 for 2 against McCormick. His RBI single scored the first run of the game. Swinging first pitch here against Hooks, bounces it softly to second. Martinez coming in, gloves it, throws to first, 1 away. Ashley Hooks last appeared in a ball game 6 days ago on Saturday. Through 2 and a third innings against the Clinton Lumber Kings. Did not allow a run, did allow 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. He has not allowed a run, talking about Ashley Hooks, in 5 of his 7 outings on the year. Coming in the 6th inning here tonight. Down 2-0. His first pitch to Santrell Smith is a breaking ball, and it scoots through the legs of Bryan Anderson for ball 1. Mark McCormick started off shaky in his first 2 innings of work. He walked 3 and hit 2, allowing 2 runs. Over the next 3 innings, he was lights out, only allowing 1 base runner and striking out 7 as Hooks comes over with a strike to Smith. So McCormick showing both sides of his repertoire here tonight, but 10 strikeouts, a career high for the hurler out of Baylor. There's a swing and a miss from Smith and a good breaking ball from Ashley Hooks. And it is a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Smith 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Also against McCormick, also an RBI. And there he goes on the curveball. He's down on strike. Strikeout number 11 by the swing of the Quad Cities pitching staff tonight. The first by Ashley Hooks through 2 batters faced. And that'll bring up Trumbo. Trumbo 0 for 2. He struck out against McCormick in the first inning. Only 1 batter tonight in the Cedar Rapids lineup has not struck out. That's Brad Kuhn. Boy, he was a thorn in the swing side up in Cedar Rapids, and he continues to be the same here at John O'Donnell Stadium as Mark Trumbo takes outside for ball 1. Kuhn with 2 walks, and he's been hit by a pitch tonight. Has reached base all 3 plate appearances without an official at bat. Hooks coming home to Trumbo. There's a strike on the outside edge. 1-1 the count. Swing trailing by a pair. Looking to creep back into this one. Hooks on in relief of McCormick, who started off shaky. But when it's all said and done, he held the Kernels to only 2 runs. Curveball from Hooks. Bounces in the dirt low for ball 2. Nighttime beginning to descend upon the Quad Cities. The sky begins to darken. Centennial Bridge lit up. What a beautiful view off beyond the right field fence. A number of boats on the Mississippi today hanging out past the right field berm. Taking this one in. Enjoying a beautiful night on the Mississippi River. Trumbo swinging, lines 1 straight to the net. Cedar Rapids 2, Quad Cities yet to score today. They'll look for their first run of the ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Curveball from Hooks again. Trumbo spoils it, lining it straight back. Trumbo is sub-200 hitter, only 188 on the year. But when he connects, he can send the ball a long way. Ashley Hooks into the windup. Here's his 2-ball, 2-strike pitch outside, and that's a full count. Ashley Hooks, the Georgia native, 23 years old, from Swainsboro, Georgia. Attended college at Bruton Parker College. It's a small private school in Georgia. And the 3-2 curveball just missed low. Thought Hooks might have gotten that call, but Trumbo heading down to first with the walk. So 5th walk of the game from the swing staff, first issued by Hooks. We are in the top of the 6th inning of Game 2 of this 4-game set. Swing and Kernels. Locking horns here from John O'Donnell Stadium. Here's Infante. Infante 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Boy, familiar theme here. Swinging, lifts one into left field. Van Slyke didn't see it at first, but he's got it in plenty of time. He'll take a few steps in and put the squeeze to it with one hand, his left hand. And that is how the top of the 6th inning will end. Ashley Hooks, a uneventful inning on the mound for the Swing, and we will head to the bottom half of the 6th. Quad Cities trailing 2-0 on your home for Swing Baseball.
It's not only heads or only tails.
It's heads or tails.
Hear the other side here on Progressive Talk.
That's simple. I like it. Progressive Talk.
AM 1270.
So, you got it, Dex? Think so. You want an interior decorator that takes personal checks, has a feng shui influence, and gives a free consultation? Yes, indeedy, Dex. That leaves one. Zen Decorating, 555-6799, where Eastern meets Western.
Well, I hope their decorating is better than their slogan.
Hey, I just call them like I see them. DexOnline.com, the fastest way to get the most complete local info. More search options make getting the right info easier than ever before. DexOnline.com. It's the one that gets used. Dex knows.
It's a naval battle unlike any other. It isn't being fought on the high seas with sophisticated weaponry. It's being fought in neighborhoods by forces armed only with commitment and compassion. Because the men and women of the Navy not only combat aggression, they also combat homelessness, hunger, loneliness, drug abuse, and illiteracy. It's a battle that will take you into uncharted waters, deep inside yourself, and to ports halfway around the world. Above all, it will demand your honor, your courage, and your commitment. Make it your battle. Call 1-800-USA-NAVY. That's 1-800-USA-NAVY. Or visit the Navy's website at www.navyjobs.com. The United States Navy, serving America twice.
Where you can play again and again. Buy, sell, trade, and consign new and used sports equipment at Play It Again Sports, located in Bettendorf on Middle Road. Head to the bottom of the 6th. Shaping up to be another pitcher's duel here tonight at John O'Donnell Stadium. Last night, a 1-0 spectacular ball game in which Jaime Garcia got the better of Nick Adenhart. Here tonight, it didn't look like it would be early, as both teams put the first 2 men of the game on base. But Stephen Merrick out on the mound for the Kernels has pitched a shutout through 5. Mark McCormick and Ashley Hooks together have allowed only 2 runs through 6 innings. And here we head to the bottom of the 6th as Jose Martinez will lead things off in the frame for the Swing of the Quad Cities. And he looks at ball 1 from Stephen Merrick, who has been tough and has been efficient. Now the 1-0 popped up on the infield, fair territory. It'll be the third baseman, Dallas Morris, taking charge to the left of the pitcher's mound, and he makes the catch to retire Martinez. Double barrel action in the Swing of the Quad Cities bullpen. I see Jonathan Meichert up and throwing, and I see Matt Trent up and throwing. A couple of right-handers. And here's Nelson. Nelson 1 for 2, doubled in the very first inning. Struck out looking in the 3rd. Merrick, despite his solid pitching tonight, only has 2 punch-outs. Right-hander comes home to the switch hitter batting from the left side, and this is low and away. St. Louis Cardinals yesterday took the win. Rather, on Wednesday they took the win. Yesterday they were off. Took 2 of 3 from the San Francisco Giants. Tonight Jeff Suppan pitching against Clay Hensley as the Redbirds start a 3-game set in San Diego against the Padres. Nelson, there's a little liner into left field. The looping ball gets down in front of Madison Edwards. Base hit. Second hit of the game for Nelson. And the Swing have a base runner with 1 out in the 6th. 2-0. Quad Cities trailing the Kernels. Trying to change that in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Colby Rasmus, 1 for 2 on the day. Well, in the minor league organization for the Cardinals, it was all about pitching yesterday, and not just here at John O'Donnell Stadium as Nelson slides back into first. We'll get to some of those games in a moment. But let's focus on the diamond right now. The Swing trailing by 2. Looking to do something about it. Colby Rasmus, who was 2 for 3 10 days ago when he faced Stephen Merrick the first time, takes upstairs for ball 1. Nelson, the speedster, is at first base. He's got 15 swipes in 17 attempts this year. The Swing have out-hit the Kernels 4-2, but the Kernels, plating 2 runs in the first inning on a pair of walks, take the lead. Nelson starts and stops. The 1-0 from Merrick comes in over the outside edge. A strike. It's a 1-ball-1-strike count. Dallas Morris, the third baseman, playing even with the base path between second and third. Daniel Nelson held on at first by Mark Trumbo. That makes a big hole on the right side of the infield. The throw goes to first. Nelson back in ahead of the tag. 2 more games left in this homestand after tonight. They'll both be 7 o'clock starts. Come tomorrow and get a baseball cap courtesy of Mountain Dew, 97 Rock, Box 18. And come on down on Sunday, the nighttime game. Another throw towards first, by the way. Scott County YMCA Day at the ballpark. And join us for post-game fireworks on a Sunday night on this Memorial Day weekend. Nelson leads off of first. Rasmus waiting with a 1-ball-1-strike count. There goes Nelson. Rasmus swinging on the hit and run, pops it up into center. Nelson sees it. He'll head back. Coming in is Kuhn. And in left center field, he will make the running catch. Rasmus 1 for 3, tops out. Nelson heads back to first. There are 2 away. Here's Anderson. Bryan Anderson is third in the Midwest League with a .327 batting average heading into play today. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded into a double play in the first with 2 on and nobody out. He'd like to make up for that by putting a charge into 1 right here. His first home run of the season, last series against Clinton. Looks at a curveball and it drops in for a strike. Bryan Anderson, the 19-year-old catcher from Simi Valley, California. He was a 4th-round pick in the 2005 draft. Will be playing every day now with the promotion of Brandon Yarbrough. 2 very good swing catchers to start out the year. Both of them needed to play every day. Merrick, the right-hander, the 0-1, outside. Count evens up. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Quad City's trailing by a pair. Bryan Anderson trying to do something about it. He's got Nelson at first base with 2 away. It's a 1-ball-1-strike count. Stephen Merrick throws over to first where Nelson's back in time. Merrick, the native of Sealy, Texas, 22 years old. Had a couple of 22-year-old Texans on the mound tonight. McCormick is already out of the game. He struck out 10 in 5 innings. Merrick has only struck out 2, but here he is in the bottom of the 6th working on a shutout. Nelson takes his lead from first base. Merrick comes home. There goes the runner. Anderson takes it. The throw down to second from Martinez is in plenty of time. Nelson tried to slide around the bag, but the tag was placed on by the shortstop, Heinle Stesa. That's how the bottom of the 6th inning will end. Nelson caught stealing for only the 3rd time this year. And Bryan Anderson will be in the batter's box in the bottom of the 7th. But first, we'll play the top half of the frame. Kernels out in front 2-0 after this commercial break on your home for Swing Baseball.
Hi, I'm Randy Roth, and I play third base for the Swing of Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
When you hear that music, you know it's John Keating's Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000 or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Keating's GM Super Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the giant Big Top Buy-a-thon at John Keaty's GM Superstore. I-74 at Timberley Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeaty.com.
Would it be crazy if you packed your bags and left for a week, a month, a year? What if you left for 2 years? What if you were going far away to help in a village on the edge of the Gobi Desert? To spend time with people the rest of the world only reads about? To teach children and learn a thing or two about yourself? Would that be crazy? Peace Corps. Life is calling. How far will you go? To find out more, call 1-800-424-8580 or visit peacecorps.gov.
Does his job in the 6th inning, and now it will be Matt Trent coming on here in the 7th. Trent, a 1-2 record, a 4.13 ERA. He's thrown 24 innings and struck out 34. He has walked 14, but his control has been a lot better of late. He does sometimes struggle that way, not only the 14 walks in 24 innings, but also 7 wild pitches this year for Matt Trent, the product of Wingate University. Trent, 23 years old, makes his home in Roanoke, Virginia. And in fact, Trent has been on a tear with the strikeouts lately also. Now, this is his first game being played since the previous Wednesday, when he went 2 innings against the Lumber Kings. But out of Trent's last 19 outs recorded, 11 of them have been strikeouts. That's 11 strikeouts in his past 6 1/3 innings, a stretch that spans 4 separate games. Here's Brett Martinez, the right-handed hitter, takes a fastball from Trent, and here we go. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Cedar Rapids 2, Quad Cities nothing. Stephen Merrick has not only pitched 6 very impressive innings for the Kernels, but he's done it without throwing a lot of pitches. As a curveball from Trent catches the outside corner, and that's strike 2 to Martinez. Merrick, I have him at only 59 pitches through 6 innings. He's thrown more than 10 pitches in an inning only once. The 0-2 misses outside. Martinez struck out in both of his at-bats against McCormick, both times swinging. He wasn't the only one. McCormick with 10 punch-outs. The most by any swing starter this season. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. The ball's in the dirt. Anderson will pick it up and tag Martinez. Strikes out for the 3rd time today. That's 12 strikeouts by the swing of the Quad Cities staff tonight. That's 1 shy of their season high. Madison Edwards is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. He was number 8 by McCormick of the 10, and now he takes a fastball from Trent over for strike 1. That Trent throws hard, high 80s, low 90s. He's got a good fastball, and he's got a very good curveball with a lot of bite. He gets into trouble when he leaves it up in the zone, like a lot of pitchers will, and when he falls behind in counts. Certainly not things that are unique to Trent, as he misses low to ball 1. But when he can bury his curveball, as they say, you hear that coming from him a lot, and also coming from pitching coach Bryan Eversgerd when talking about Trent. Swinging is Edwards. He pops it up back behind home plate, out of play, and foul. When Matt Trent can bury the curveball and bury the fastball, that is to say, keep them low in the strike zone or even below the strike zone on the curveball, he can be very effective because he does have very good stuff. Trent was a 30th round pick in 2005. Comes inside with a breaker. And Edwards holds his ground, takes ball 2. The count evens up. Trent last year was 1-0 and a 4.11 ERA in 11 appearances to finish the season with Quad Cities, as Edwards hits this one off the end of the bat into right field. Gabriel racing in. Martinez going out. It will be Gabriel to make the catch. 2 outs. But before coming to the swing last season, Matt Trent made 25 relief appearances, rather 14 relief appearances with the New Jersey Cardinals, in which he recorded 9 saves on the whole between the 2 stops. a 2.51 ERA. In fact, in New Jersey, he allowed only 1 run in those 14 outings, his first 14 pro outings in the New York Penn League. Here's Hindley Stasia. He turns on a ball, takes that into right field. That'll touch down and get all the way to the wall before Gabriel can track it down. Sends it back into the infield, but not before Hindley Stasia reaches scoring position with a 2-out double in the top of the 7th. He's been on base 3 times tonight, and here's Brad Kuhn. Brad Kuhn, no official at-bats tonight, but he has walked twice and been hit by a pitch, scored a run, been on base all 3 times. He is the only member of this Cedar Rapids Kernels lineup tonight that has yet to strike out. See if Matt Trent can put an end to that. Kuhn, the left-handed batter, Trent, the righty, on the mound. Kicks, comes home, curveball high, and Anderson leaping out of his stance to catch that ball and keep it from heading to the backstop. Good play by the catcher, Anderson. That ball airmailed him almost. Jordan Wren's on deck. Trent doesn't want the inning to come to that. Nelson in a few steps at third base, not on the grass. Cotto, the shortstop, pinched towards the base at second, keeping Hindley Stasia close. Trent comes with a fastball and finds the strike zone there, inside portion of the zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2-0. Cedar Rapids leads Quad Cities. We are in the top of the 7th inning. Trent looks back towards second. A pickoff play. He whirls but doesn't throw. Stasia back in, sliding hands first as Cotto flashed behind him. Trent spun off the mound but did not deliver. Stasia calls time at second base as he brushes the dirt off of him. Brad Kuhn, a 263 hitter. As he goes, so goes this Kernels lineup so far this season, at least in games against the swing. The 1-1 from Trent misses low on the fastball. Out of 5 matchups between the swing and the Kernels before today, in the Kernels' 2 wins, Kuhn was 2 for 5 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases, a couple of sacrifices. In the 3 losses in the Kernels' 3 losses as the 2 teams have met this year, he's 0 for 6 without a hit. He takes low, and that's ball 3. So as you can see, when Kuhn has performed well, the Kernels have performed well, at least in the 5 games against the swing this season prior to tonight. Tonight he's been on base 3 times, and now he's got a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Trent kicks. He comes home. Swung on and popped up foul, left side out of play, well out of play, and out of the stadium. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Brad Kuhn is the only Kernels batter who has not struck out tonight. The swing staff is fan 12, 1 shy of their season high. Matt Trent will try to punch out the pesky center fielder right here. Kuhn hits from the left side. Trent whirls from the right. The payoff pitch, line drive over the head of Luis Cotto into left center field. That ball's going to split the gap, get all the way to the wall. Stasia around second, heads to third. Kuhn trucking for third. He comes in to score. Stasia scores. Kuhn with a triple. Stasia scores on the play, and Cedar Rapids leads 3-0. Brad Kuhn just continues to be a thorn in the side of the swing of the Quad Cities. Matt Trent retired the first 2 batters of the inning without incident, but a double by Stasia and a triple by Brad Kuhn to drive in the run. First pitch to Jordan Wren's misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Wren's happy to see Mark McCormick leave the ball game. He was 0 for 3 against the flame-throwing right-hander. Struck out twice. Waves the bat above his head. The right-handed slugger waves and misses at the 1-0 curveball from Matt Trent. Swing trail by 3 now. Stephen Merrick still has yet to exceed the 60-pitch mark here in the 7th inning for Cedar Rapids. We'll see how long he lasts in this ball game. And the swing will try to chase him. The 1-1 curveball from Trent misses low and away. Renz with 10 homers on the year. His 38 RBIs is the most in the Midwest League. The Oklahoma native, the big bopper. A lot of power when he gets a hold of one. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Trent challenging him with the fastball. And Trent comes out ahead. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Jordan Renz, with Brad Kuhn at third base and 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Kuhn takes his lead. The 1-2, Trent to Renz, the 2-2 rather, and it catches the outside corner on a fastball. Second strikeout of the inning for Matt Trent, 13th of the game for the Swing of the Quad Cities, and it's time to stretch here at John O'Donnell Stadium. Quad Cities trailing 3-0 on your home for Swing Baseball.
All systems go. Prepare for countdown.
The new Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
3, 2, 1.
WKBF Rock Island.
Blast off to adventure.
Who's that cool cooking man? King of the Grill, who's Shaw? Patio.
It's time for Clement's Great Grill Challenge. If someone asks you, what's cooking, Daddy-O, tell them Clement's is always lean and juicy. The other guys have more fat, more flare-ups, and shrinking taste. Avoid unnecessary flare-ups. Never substitute fat for flavor. Always grill Clement's.
King of the Grill, man. Grill's hot, it's cool. Who's your patio?
And now it's time for Joan on the Phone with your host, Joan Cusack.
I've been watching the news a lot lately, and frankly, I'm troubled. You've got runaway brides crisscrossing the country, people on the lam running from manhunts, and politicians taking free trips all over the place. I even saw where this one guy had 2 different families on opposite coasts. And it all just makes me wonder, what in the world are these people paying in roaming and long-distance charges?
With U.S. Cellular's national plan, you get true nationwide calling with no long-distance charges and no roaming charges from anywhere to anywhere. Right now, get 800 nationwide anytime minutes for $49.95 a month. It's just one more way. At U.S. Cellular, we connect with you. Minimum service agreement required. Other restrictions and charges apply. Limited time offer. See store for details or call 1-888-BUY-USCC.
Sponsor of the Swing of the Quad Cities Grounds Group. Call Bush for all your athletic field, commercial landscaping, and irrigation needs. Bush Sports Turf is proud to say, at John O'Donnell Stadium, you're on our turf. To the bottom of the 7th, Stephen Merrick in command for the Kernels. His Cedar Rapids team is out in front 3-0. Now the 10 strikeouts for Mark McCormick are the most that he has punched out in his career. Also the most that a swing hurler has struck out in a single game this season. The 13 strikeouts between McCormick, Hook, and Trent in this ballgame tie the most that the Swing of the Quad Cities as a staff has punched out in a single game. Now they also struck out 13 back on May 19th against this Cedar Rapids Kernels team. That was just a week ago tonight. In fact, the first time that Garcia faced Aidenhart. The 1-0 to Bryan Anderson. Bounce right back to the mound. Merrick snares it, and he will throw it over to first himself. Anderson retired to open up the bottom of the 7th. And Stephen Merrick, boy, what can you say about him? He's allowed 4 hits rather. Now into the 7th inning. His team out in front 3-0. Merrick's only struck out 2, but he hasn't walked a batter. He's hit 1. And here's Ross checking his swing. And a ball that's called a strike over the outside edge. 3-0. Cedar Rapids is out in front. Swing trying to see if they can dig into this lead a little bit. The 0-1 from Merrick to Ross. Swung on and popped back out of play behind the plate. Well, let's play the end of the trivia game. The question earlier tonight was, of the 37 St. Louis Cardinals players in the Hall of Fame, who was the only one who was voted in as a manager? And you have to go back a few years to get this one. It was a tough one tonight, I admit that. Roth reaching out, pokes one into right field, but it'll hang up too long. Jordan Renz gets to it. 2 away. Miller Huggins. If that name does not sound familiar to you, well, I don't blame you. He played for the St. Louis Cardinals from 1910 to 1916. A few of those years as a player-manager. He managed the Redbirds from 1913 to 1917. Miller Huggins as a manager. As A.J. Van Slyke pops one up to the right side, foul territory. Trumbo giving chase. Now coming over Infante, but they'll run out of room as it heads into the picnic area. Huggins headed the Cardinals for 774 wins in 5 seasons from 1913 to 1917. A winning percentage. Rather, 774 games, 346 wins, a winning percentage just under 500 at .455. Van Slyke, the 0-1 ground ball up the middle. Heinle Stacia will have no trouble, and he'll throw over to first. So that's a 1-2-3 inning. I'll try to tell you a little bit more about Miller Huggins and the rich Cardinals history that comes along with him in the top of the 8th inning. Quad City's trailing 3-0 on your home for Swing Baseball.
Get both sides to the argument. Listen to Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
Hello?
We are family.
Dad.
iWireless lets us call each other for free.
Oh, give me that.
Hi,
sweetie. Dad's singing crazy again.
Well, yes, he can hardly contain himself since getting the incredible iWireless 50% off sale on the first 3-month service of their nationwide shared plan.
Half off service for 3.
Which includes free mobile-to-mobile calling and free nights and weekends starting weekdays at 5 p.m.
Don't forget the phones.
Plus 3 great phone choices. Dad's quality Nokia phone.
Only 1 penny.
My Motorola camera phone, only $29.95. And for you, a Sony Ericsson camera phone for only $49.95 with MP free.
Ooh, score.
Right now, get 50% off your first 3 months of service on all iWireless nationwide shared plans and great deals on the phones of your choice. Visit iWireless.com. Call 1-888-684-0500 or go to the nearest iWireless, a T-Mobile affiliate, for the 50% off sale today. Some conditions apply. Hurry, this offer ends soon.
iWireless is family.
A really cool phone for me.
Planning a special event? Want some memorable fun at the brand new John O'Donnell Stadium? Would you just like to watch exciting baseball from the luxury of your own climate-controlled suite? Then give the Swing a call, and they'll set you up with a nightly luxury suite rental. Swing Suites give you the best view of the game and the river, and they'll treat you to a full gourmet menu. So start planning your event right now. For more information on Swing Suites, give them a call at 324-3000.
Quad City's nothing. Matt Trent out for his second inning of work. He did allow a run in the 7th. Getting into a little bit of 2-out trouble. A double by Heinle Stacia, a triple by Brad Kuhn. But here he is in the top of the 8th inning. He'll face Morris, Smith, and Trumbo. One more strikeout will give the Swing of the Quad Cities 14 on the night. That'll be the highest this season. And we are ready to go. Dallas Morris stepping in, a 24th round pick in the 2005 draft. He's from Opelousas, Louisiana. Opelousas. Well, he grounds it to the right side of the infield where Adam Rogers will come off his bag at first and scoop that one up. He'll flip to the pitcher, Trent covering, and one pitch went out here in the top of the 8th. Matt Trent doing his best Stephen Merrick impersonation. 3-1 goes that put out. And here is Smith. Dantrell Smith hit an RBI single in the first inning. He then struck out looking in the 3rd against McCormick. Struck out swinging in the 6th against Ashley Hooks. That was the only strikeout recorded by Hooks. As Trent a breaking ball in. Strike 1. Dantrell Smith. A lot of foot speed on this guy from Atlanta, Georgia. 6'4", a pure athlete. Checked his swing on a heater low. Started, thought about holding back, but he went around. On the appeal, they punched him out. Surprised the home plate umpire needed a second opinion on that one. Trent up in the count 0-2. We'll see if the hook comes next. No, that was a curveball. Smith checked his swing. On the appeal, they say he did go around. So there's strikeout number 3 for Matt Trent, and the swing of the Quad Cities strike out a season-high 14 as a staff tonight. Don't expect them to slow down anytime soon either. Here's Trumbo. Trumbo 0 for 2, a walk and a strikeout. Hits from the right side. Trumbo, a 20-year-old slugger from Villa Park High School in California. Grew up in Anaheim, so the Angels going with the local kid. As he takes one low from Trent. Angels went local with their 18th round selection in the 2004 draft. Trumbo, considered the number 12 prospect in the Angels organization, but this is a guy with a lot of raw tools. A ton of power hitting potential as he waves at one. 1-1 the count. A ton of power hitting potential. But he has a lot to work on, hitting under 200 this year. Sure can send the ball a long way, though. Big swing and a miss again, and another 1-1 fastball. And now he's down in the count, is Trumbo. Trent will look for another punch-out. Matt Trent has recorded a strikeout in every start but his first of the season. Sets his 1-2, kick, comes home. Trumbo swings and misses. 4th strikeout of the game for Matt Trent. He's only thrown 2 innings, and the swing of the Quad Cities with 15 Ks on the night. To the bottom of the 8th they go. The staff has it working, but can the offense get it going? Quad Cities trailing 3-0. They only have 6 outs to work with, and you'll hear every one of them coming up on your home for Swing Baseball.
You want a choice, don't you? Now you have it.
That's what we want.
Progressive Talk.
Progressive Talk.
AM 1270.
AM 1270.
This week on The Wilderness, Rebecca discovers there's something going on at Dante's hut.
You missed supper with the group. You're up to something.
Okay, you're right. We're not on an island. We're in the Midwest.
That's impossible.
And just over that hill, there's a hungry hobo with grilled steak and chicken.
A hobo grills are delusional.
No, it's real.
But the chubby guy told us the hill is cursed and we should stay away.
He deceived us. I followed him. He goes for Hobo Grill every day.
No wonder he hasn't lost an ounce.
He said if I revealed the location, it would be overrun and we couldn't get our Hobo Grill. You gotta forgive me.
I don't know if I can. Maybe if I go with you. Oh, but we don't have any cash.
Hungry Hobo takes major credit cards.
So you're grilling?
I'm grilling and it's filling.
Let's go.
Okay, but one thing.
I won't tell anyone the Hungry Hobo Grill is there.
Right.
At Hungry Hobo Grill locations like the newly remodeled store at 1842 18th Avenue East Moline, try tender beef sirloin and chicken breast grilled. Add provolone cheese and all the fresh hobo toppings and your hunger will be lost. Hungry Hobo Grill. Easy to find, hard to resist.
When it comes to good health, an annual checkup is just what the doctor ordered. So why should your financial health be any different? They are. Remember to examine your savings plan.
By yourself? By myself.
Keeping your finger on the pulse of a healthy financial future. And it all starts with your Social Security statement, which you automatically receive each year before your birthday. Staying financially fit is not only smart,
It can be done.
it's easy.
It can be done.
And a lot less painful than you think. Choose to save.
This kind of thing must be done.
Well, 2 games here at John O'Donnell Stadium in this series have seen 2 fantastic pitchers' duels. Last night, Garcia and Adenhart going at it. Tonight, not one single pitcher for the Swing, but 3 of them so far. It'll be 4 before it's all said and done. Taking on Stephen Merrick, the tough right-hander, 22-year-old of the Kernels. Quad Cities, 14 strikeouts in the night, but Stephen Merrick only 2, yet he has the upper hand. He has flanked the Swing through 7 innings. Here in the bottom of the 8th, it will be Adam Rogers, Chad Gabriel, and Luis Cotto trying to change that. Merrick has thrown only 66 pitches through 7 innings of work. Into the windup, the curveball drops in for strike 1 to Rogers, who is 0 for 2 on the game. Rogers playing first base tonight. 23-year-old product of Rice University. He's a Texas boy from Grapevine. Texas hurler on the mound coming home to him, and as the 0-1 popped up right side foul, but giving chase Trumbo, and he'll give up on it now as it sails into the seating bowl. Rogers down in the count 0-2. The first time Stephen Merrick faced the Swing of the Quad Cities, Adam Rogers was hitless in 3 at-bats against Merrick. 1 for 8 on the season against Cedar Rapids. Talking about Rogers, the first baseman at the plate. Digs in from the right side. It's .252 on the year entering play today. The righty on the mound into the wind. The 0-2 line straight back. He stays alive. Adam Rogers has homered once this year. And it's been a while. That came against Clinton all the way back in the first home series of the year on April 11th. More than a month and a half ago. Adam Rogers working on a 4-game hitting streak, a mini number. Waits on the curveball. There he belts one. Deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. But does it stay inside the pole? No. The home plate umpire coming out down the third baseline said it was foul. And he made the right call. Not by much. Rogers hammered that pitch. We mentioned earlier that Merrick will give up the long ball. He's given up 5 of them in his past 6 games. With a shutout on the line, though, Adam Rogers just misses, putting the Swing's first run on the board. Another 0-2 pitch. He takes it just off the plate outside, not by much. Merrick misses with a fastball that checks in at 93 miles per hour. Each team with 4 hits on the night. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Nobody out. But the Swing trailing in the only column that matters. 3-0. Rogers calls time and steps out. Boy, nobody's left from this crowd despite the lack of offense from Quad Cities. Sticking around. Taking on Adam Rogers, who checked his swing on a changeup that comes in low and away. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rogers was a 25th round pick in 2005. Again, out of Rice University, played there for 2 years, but missed their magical College World Series run of 03. There's a ground ball slowly hit up the middle to his right. Infante will have a tough play, and he can't field cleanly. Give Adam Rogers first base. That is going to have to be an infield single. Infante had a tough play moving to his right. Had he gloved it cleanly, he would have had to make an off-balance throw falling away from first base, and he would have had a tough time catching Rogers. And they have given him the hit on the scoreboard. So the infield single, the Swing with 5 hits in this ball game. 4 singles, 2 of them infield singles. And here's Gabriel with a man on. Gabriel had 1 of those singles, 1 for 2. Lined one into right field in the 5th. Swinging first pitch, hits one into left center field. Brad Kuhn, Madison Edwards chasing back. It's Kuhn coming up with the ball, and he'll make the catch in left center field, just shy of the warning track. Gabriel hit that one hard, but he's not a guy that has a lot of natural power, more of a singles hitter. And he's frustrated with himself as he heads back to the dugout. Felt like he just missed that ball, and he's right. He did just miss that ball. Put a good charge into it. But Brad Kuhn, the Kernels center fielder, covers so much ground out there. Roaming the pastures, and he came up with that one. So there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Swing trailing by 3 runs. In the bullpen for Quad Cities, Jonathan Mykrit. He'll be on for the 9th. He'll try to add on to the Swing of the Quad Cities season-high 14 strikeouts as a staff. If the Swing offense has anything to say about it, who knows? Maybe they'll have a lead. Curveball starts off Luis Cotto, and he takes a strike. So they're trailing by 3 at the moment. Rogers at first base. They're looking to rally against Stephen Merrick, who has been tough here today, pitching into the 8th inning. And his 10th pitch of the frame is belted into center field. Kuhn gets a good jump on it. He comes in towards right center, sliding, makes the catch. Brad Kuhn is off with the crack of the bat every time it's hit out there in center field. Soto hit that ball on a line. He hit it into shallow right center, but Kuhn was off and running. Great foot speed for the Kernels center fielder. And he slides as he makes that tough catch. So 2 outs, Rogers back to first base. And here's Jose Martinez. Now, last week when the Swing of the Quad Cities played 4 games in Cedar Rapids, Martinez played in 3 of those contests and homered once in each of them. We know Stephen Merrick is susceptible to the home run ball, so let's see if Jose Martinez can break through for Quad Cities right here. Takes upstairs. That fastball goes for ball 1. Rogers at first base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, 3-0. Cedar Rapids has been in control with Stephen Merrick on the mound all night long. The 1-0 now to Martinez. Swung on and missed. Good change-up from Merrick as Martinez is out in front of him. Now, Merrick, prior to this inning, had yet to throw more than 12 pitches in a single inning all night long. But right here, lucky number 13 of the frame coming up. We'll see what Jose Martinez can do with it. Rogers off of first base. Here is the 1-1. It's inside. Oh, boy, that almost hit him. He just jumped out of the way. He looks back towards the umpire. Said, that hit me, right? The umpire said, no, I don't think so, Jose. I don't think so. Heading out to the mound, Martinez, the catcher. He'll slow the pace of this game down a little bit as Clyde the Orangutan on the video board. Asking for noise. The fans trying to oblige here at John O'Donnell Stadium. Trail by 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. Rogers held on by Trumbo. Martinez, there's a hot smash. Third base, 1 hop. Dallas Morris, and it's by him. Rounding second and heading to third. Now he hesitates. Rogers digging in. He's safe as the throw comes wide. Martinez into second base on the back end. A hot smash by Jose Martinez along the third baseline. Dallas Morris was there, but that ball ate him up. And now the Swing of 2 in scoring position. That's going to be another hit. Give Martinez a single. He'll advance to second on the throw. So the Swing is starting to get to Merrick a little bit here in this inning, and indeed that will be it for Stephen Merrick. 7 2/3 stellar innings for the Cedar Rapids Kernels. But coming out to the mound is Bobby Magallanes. His team leads 3-0, and he doesn't want to see that lead dissipate. Here in this inning, it will be Ryan Aldridge coming into the ballgame for the Kernels, so we will step aside for 60 seconds on your home for Swing Baseball.
I'm Calvin Hill. As an all-pro running back for the Dallas Cowboys, my focus was football. But as a husband, father, and now a grandfather, today I'm focused on my family and my heart. Recently, I was shocked to learn that because of high cholesterol, I'm in danger of developing heart failure. It's a deadly condition that kills more people each year than AIDS and breast cancer combined. I know because heart failure took my father's life. It robbed him and our family of many special moments together. 5 million Americans have heart failure, and many millions more are at risk. It's too late for my father, but not for me or you. Modern medications and devices can help all of us enjoy the precious days ahead. Ask your cardiologist about your risk for heart failure and the available treatment options. Learn how to win the only game that really matters and be there for the ones that you love.
To learn how you and your family can win against heart failure, call 1-800-AHA-USA1 or click on the Heart Profiler link at AmericanHeart.org.
Aldridge into the ball game for the Cedar Rapids Kernels in relief of Stephen Merrick. And here's Daniel Nelson. Now, Aldridge is a hard thrower, a 17th rounder rather, in 2004 out of Middle Georgia College. His first pitch to Nelson misses. Boy, the umpire flinched there. He put his arm out as if he was going to call it a strike halfway, and then he held back. So Nelson ahead in the count. It's Martinez at second base. Rogers at third in the bottom of the eighth. A swing and a foul ball right to the backstop from Nelson. The swing trailed 3-0. That last fastball coming in at 95 miles per hour. Aldridge, a 1-2 record, a 4.79 ERA on the year. He's got 7 saves. He'll try to pick up one with 2 outs in the 8th inning here. 2 men in scoring position for Nelson, who's 2 for 3 on the game. The 1-1. There's a liner into right field. That's a base hit. Coming home from third is Rogers. Martinez waves around. It's dropped in right field by Wren. 2 runs come home. Daniel Nelson, a big single, and the swing pulled to within 3-2. Listen to that crowd here at John O'Donnell Stadium. Daniel Nelson's third hit of the ball game puts the swing on the board in the bottom of the 8th. And better late than never, it's a 1-run game. The 2-out rally. And here is Colby Rasmus. We'll see if Nelson's off and running now. Try to get him in scoring position. Rasmus 1 for 3 on the day. Pitch from the left side. Aldridge, the right-hander, throws back to first. Now, Aldridge pitched against the swing of the Quad Cities twice out in Cedar Rapids last week. He got knocked around in his first appearance. Looked much stronger in his second. Went 2 innings combined between them and did allow 3 runs on 3 hits. Both of those 2 runs just scoring, however, charged to Stephen Merrick. Aldridge comes home and finds the strike zone to Colby Rasmus. 3-2. The swing had pulled to within 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Throw to first. Nelson back in safely. Aldridge did allow a home run the first time he faced the swing of the Quad Cities also. That bomb was hit by Jose Martinez. Martinez just scored on Nelson's single. There goes Nelson, the 0-1 curveball. That gets through the legs of Martinez. Nelson didn't see it. He'll stop at second. Would not have had a chance to advance anyway. So Nelson steals his 16th bag of the year. That ties him for the Midwest League lead. He's been caught once today and stolen successfully once today, and he is in scoring position for Rasmus, who will try to time his ball game up with a base hit. Quad Cities scoring 2 runs with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. They'll look for a third. The 1-ball, 1-strike count to Rasmus, the 28th overall pick in the 2005 draft. Colby has driven in 22 on the year. That's second on the swing of the Quad Cities roster. Aldridge, the righty, coming home with a 1-1. Swung on and missed. 94 miles per hour on the gas. The 1-2 count. The speedy Nelson at second base. Welby waved around third on any kind of base hit to the outfield. Colby Rasmus, the 19-year-old center fielder, waits from the left side. The 1-2 pitch, curveball, foul wide of the bag at first. Hit on a line by Rasmus. Got the crowd up momentarily. But it lands for the first time wide of the bag. Foul ball, just missed. Well, Jonathan Meigert's been up in the bullpen for a while. Scott Vanderweg now takes his place, and Bryan Stitt there next to him. Rasmus looks at one up and away to even up the count at 2-2. Another 94-mile-an-hour hitter. So Stitt and Vanderweg throwing in the swing bullpen. Vanderweg will be on if Quad Cities is trailing. Stitt will be on otherwise. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Aldridge, the pitch to Rasmus. Bouncing ball along the first baseline. Foul again. Rasmus playing with that first baseline. twice has failed to keep the ball fair inside of the chalk. Crowd trying to get into this one. Forget that. They're already into it. They're trying to will the swing to the comeback. Quad Cities was down 3-0 at the beginning of this inning. We're in the bottom of the eighth. There are 2 outs. The swing now trails 3-2 with Nelson at second base. The 2-ball, 2-strike offering to Rasmus swung on and missed. Got him on the breaking ball. Rasmus goes down swinging. And Aldridge gets a big strikeout to end the inning, but not before the swing of the Quad Cities rally. They didn't come all the way back, but they put themselves in striking distance. They trail 3-2 as we head to the ninth on your home for Swing Baseball.
Hi, I'm Trey Herman. I'm a pitcher for the Swing of the Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
When you hear that music, you know it's John Tedi's Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000. Or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including 50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans. John Tedi's GM Superstore is overstocked. So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon at John Tedi's GM Superstore. I-74 at Timberley Road, Davenport, or shop online at johntd.com.
Dex, thanks for that tailor you gave me.
I'm glad you liked her.
Oh, and that clothing supplier had all my clothing supplies.
As they should.
And you'll be happy to know that the mechanic you told me about gave me that free estimate.
You know what? I am happy.
Dex, what would I do without you?
Be stuck at home in shabby clothes, not quilting?
Not a pretty picture.
Oh, I hear you.
Dex delivers the most used, most complete local info any way you like it. In print, on CD-ROM, or at DexOnline.com. Dex knows.
All of a sudden, the Swing of the Quad Cities have pulled within one, and here's Scott Vanderweg to enter the fray. Vanderweg, a 1-1 record, a 4.30 ERA. He has 6 saves on the year, but he is no longer the Swing of the Quad Cities closer, and he'll have to contend with the bottom third of the Kernels lineup. Larry Infante at drag bunt. Rogers off the back. Slips to Jose Martinez covering at first, who leaps over a sliding Larry Infante after stepping on the bag. Great defensive play by Jose Martinez. Scott Vanderweg did not get off the mound quickly enough. He was not in position to take the throw at first base. But Jose Martinez, all the way over from second base, was hustling behind the play. Got to the bag. Rogers, who fielded it, flipped it to Martinez, who had to step on the bag and jump up over a sliding Larry Infante. Second pitch of the inning, lined into center field by Brett Martinez. That's just over the outstretched glove of Scott Vanderweg. Base hit from Martinez, who had struck out in his 3 previous at-bats. So Cedar Rapids with a man on base. Could have been 2, though, if not for a fine defensive effort from Jose Martinez. Here's Madison Edwards. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. The Swing of the Quad Cities tonight with 15 punch-outs. As a staff, there goes the runner. It's a hit and run. Ground ball towards shortstop. Cotto was moving towards second. Now he'll have to retrack his steps, backhand it, and throw over to first. Good play by the shortstop. He got him. Moving to second will be Brett Martinez, as the hit and run keeps Cedar Rapids out of the double play. Boy, all 3 hitters this inning have swung at the first pitch and put it into play against Vanderweg. Infante retired on a bunt attempt, a single from Martinez, and a ground out from Edwards. The top of the order, and Heinley Stacia back to the plate. Stacia 1 for 2, a double, 2 runs scored, a walk, a hit batsman, and a strikeout. Let's go swing, chant the fans behind home plate. Quad Cities trailing 3-2. In the top of the 9th, here's Heinley Stacia, a switch-hitting left-handed hitter. 20 years old, from Curacao. Waits for Vanderweg's first offering, takes it. It's low and in on a fastball for ball one. Stacia has scored 2 of the 3 Kernels runs in this ball game. He's got a man in scoring position. That's Martinez at second base with 2 outs. Vanderweg looking to keep the deficit at 1 and give Quad Cities a chance in the bottom of the 9th. He kicks the 1-0. Outside edge. That's a called strike. The heart of the swing order will be up in the bottom of the 9th. Bryan Anderson, Randy Roth, A.J. Van Slyke, lefty, righty, lefty against Ryan Aldridge, the Kernels closer. So 1-1 count here in the top of the inning against Stacia. The 1-1 from Vanderweg. Curveball just missed. Darting low and inside to the left-handed bat. On deck, Brad Kuhn. The swing, do not want to see him come to the plate. His triple in the 7th gave the Kernels their 3rd run that, as it turns out, might be the decisive one. The righty looks back towards the runner at second. Now Vanderweg coming home. A swing by Stacia lines it straight back. And it is a 2-ball, 2-strike count. What a first 2 games to this series. You won't want to miss the last 2 games of this series. If these games are any indication, a 1-0 pitcher's duel last night won by Quad Cities. 3-2 right now. The Kernels leading in the 9th swing. Will look to hold Cedar Rapids and then rally. The 2-2 from Vanderweg. Popped up left field shallow. Cotto, the shortstop, running out. Nelson's there. Cotto calls for it. Makes the catch as Nelson gives ground. Not an easy play. A long run for Luis Cotto. But the shortstop gets there. And Scott Vanderweg does his job at the top of the 9th. The swing trail by 1. Well, look to tie it up and or take the lead in the bottom of the 9th after this on your home for Swing Baseball.
Finally, radio hosts you don't have to hate.
That's right.
Here on Progressive Talk.
The new Progressive Talk, AM 1270.
The Dispatch Argus checks the facts, writes, and delivers right to your door. Another happy subscriber. Hey fans, grab the Dispatch and Rock Island Argus Sports section today for daily pro coverage of pro sports, including the Steamwheelers, Mallards, and your Swing of the Quad Cities. Plus, get up-close coverage of high school sports action, game highlights, great photos, top athletes, school rankings, and more from our award-winning staff. The Dispatch Argus, delivering your sports. To subscribe, call 797-0345.
The waiting's almost over. This summer, thousands of softball fanatics invade the Quad Cities. It's the 2006 ASA 10 and Under Girls Fast Pitch National Championship, coming to Moline and Rock Island July 31st through August 6th. The economic impact will be huge, filling hundreds of hotel rooms each night, along with dining, entertainment, and shopping. Lace up the cleats, Quad Cities. Get ready for some fever pitch softball action. The ASA 10 and Under Girls Fast Pitch National Championship, July 31st through August 6th. For more information, call 309-736-5714 or visit MolineASA.com.
Planning a special event? Want some memorable fun at the brand new John O'Donnell Stadium? Would you just like to watch exciting baseball from the luxury of your own climate-controlled suite? Then give the Swing a call, and they'll set you up with a nightly luxury suite rental. Swing Suites give you the best view of the game and the river, and they'll treat you to a full gourmet menu. So start planning your event right now. For more information on Swing Suites, give them a call at 324-3000.
To the bottom of the 9th we go. Ryan Aldridge allowed a 2-run single to the first batter he faced with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Then he struck out Colby Rasmus to leave the potential game-tying run on the bases. The Swing of the Quad Cities will try to get to Aldridge here in the 9th. They trail 3-2 with the heart of the order coming to the plate. Bryan Anderson is 0 for 3 tonight. All that means is that he's due a .327 batting average on the year. He's the 3rd leading hitter in the Midwest League. The left-handed bat swinging first pitch and sends one right back into the net behind home plate. There is action in the Kernels bullpen as Aldridge, who is this team's closer, he's got 7 saves on the year, but looks shaky in the 8th. Anderson takes a curveball, and that's a called strike, so he is quickly down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Bases empty, nobody out. Bottom of the 9th. The swing. Let's look to get something going. Trailing by a run. Anderson bounces one to the first baseman. Trumbo waits back on it. Plays it on a couple hops. And he will flip to Aldridge, who wins the race to the bag with Bryan Anderson. Anderson retired on an 0-for-4 night. And here's Randy Ross. Randy Ross, the type of player who can tie this ball game up with one swift swing of the bat. Ross, a 295 hitter, rather. His 11 home runs are tied for most in the Midwest League. Swinging, lifts one, center field, not deep. Kuhn coming in, Stasia going out, and it is the center fielder, Kuhn, who will make the call and the catch quickly. 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. Swing down to their last bullet, and it comes in the person of A.J. Van Slyke. He'll look to extend this ball game. Van Slyke 0-for-3, but he has been in a good stretch lately over his last 3 games. Van Slyke 6 hits and 12 at-bats, including a couple of doubles. A double would be huge right here. The left-handed hitter takes the first pitch he sees from Aldridge. It's a ball off the plate outside, 92 miles an hour on the fastball. Van Slyke, the 23rd round pick in the 05 draft, a wide open stance for the left-handed hitter. Takes low, and that's ball 2. Van Slyke, the son of former major leaguer Andy Van Slyke, who played for both the Cardinals and the Pirates. Kind of following his dad's footsteps to the big league. Takes over the outside edge. 91 on that fastball. Count runs to 2-1. Adam Rogers on deck, hoping that he gets a chance to hit in this ball game. The swing trailed 3-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. The 2-1. Van Slyke spoils it, popping it back and out of play. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the crowd sure is into this game. They want to see a comeback. They've seen the swing scratch back into this one with 2 runs in the 8th. Looking for that third to tie it up. With 2 outs in the 9th. The 2-2 pitch from Aldridge to Van Slyke. Outside called, strike 3. Van Slyke can't believe it. He'll bark at the umpire. He points to where that ball came in. The crowd doesn't like it either, but that is strike 3 called. A.J. Van Slyke down looking to end the ball game, and Cedar Rapids holds on just barely for the 3-2 win. The Kernels with 3 runs on 5 hits. They do not commit an error. Cedar Rapids leaving 7 men on base. The swing of the Quad Cities with 2 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. They leave 3 men on base. Your winning pitcher, Stephen Merrick, almost didn't get it, but he deserved it. Merrick improves to 5-1. He carried a shutout into the 8th inning before allowing 2 runs to the swing of the Quad Cities. Your losing pitcher, Mark McCormick, who struggled early but really did rebound to have a solid outing for the swing. He falls to 1-4 despite a career high and a swing season high 10 strikeouts. The save does go to Ryan Aldridge. Aldridge picks up his 8th save of the season, his 2nd against the swing of the Quad Cities this year, and Cedar Rapids holds on for the 3-2 final. I'll be back after this commercial break to wrap things up with your post-game show, highlights and scores coming up on your home for swing baseball.
Hi, I'm Randy Roth, and I play third base for the Swinger Quad Cities. Listen to us play all season long on Progressive Talk AM 1270.
Thanks for that tailor you gave me.
I'm glad you liked her.
Oh, and that quilting supplier had all my quilting supplies.
As they should.
And you'll be happy to know the mechanic you told me about gave me that free estimate.
You know what? I am happy.
Dex, what would I do without you?
Be stuck at home in shabby clothes, not quilting?
Not a pretty picture.
Oh, I hear you. Dex delivers the most used, most complete local info any way you like it. In print, on CD-ROM, or at DexOnline.com. Dex knows.
Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar. SIP Kids is giving away a free digital fingerprint and photo program to children who show up at Green Chevrolet Chrysler, 1703 Avenue of the City, East Moline, Friday, June 23rd from 12 to 6, and Saturday, June 24th from 10 to 4. Community Calendar is a service of the Quad City Radio Group. Quad City Radio Group Community Calendar, Tuesday, June 13th from 6 until 8. It's the first annual Daddy-Daughter Dance to benefit the Alzheimer's Association and In Touch Adult Daycare. It will be held at 4011 Avenue of the Cities in Moline from 6 until 8. Community Calendar is a service of the Quad City Radio Group.
The waiting's almost over. This summer, thousands of softball fanatics invade the Quad Cities. It's the 2006 ASA 10 and Under Girls Fast Pitch National Championship. Coming to Moline and Rock Island, July 31st through August 6th. The economic impact will be huge. Filling hundreds of hotel rooms each night, along with dining, entertainment, and shopping. Place up at Cleats Quad Cities. Get ready for some fever pitch softball action. The ASA 10 and Under Girls Fast Pitch National Championship, July 31st through August 6th. For more information, call 309-736-5714 or visit MolineASA.com.
Welcome back to John O'Donnell Stadium, where the Swing of the Quad Cities fell by a score of 3-2 to the Cedar Rapids Kernels, and it was a great ball game for the second straight night. Unfortunately, Mark McCormick, who ended up riding the ship to have a solid outing, struggled early on. He walked the first two batters he faced, and there were men on first and second in the top of the first with only one out when Dallas Morris got the scoring started for Cedar Rapids. Stacia rounds third, heads home to throw. First pitch he sees is a curveball, bouncing ball right up the middle. Cotto behind second, can't get to it, it gets through. Stacia rounds third, heads home. The throw goes to third where Brad Kuhn is sliding in safely. And on the back end, Dallas Morris into second base. Cedar Rapids a 1-0 lead early. But while McCormick had struggled in the first two innings, 3 walks, 2 hit batsmen, 2 runs scored, he rebounded in a big way starting in the third. He would strike out 6 of 7, including 4 in a row, and he was off and dealing. In the 5th inning, Mark McCormick made a little bit of history. Swing trail by 2, but the momentum in this game starting to shift. Mark McCormick trying to make sure that trend continues. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. That's a fastball. McCormick has struck out 4 in a row, 6 of his last 7, and with that punch out, he sets a career high with 9 strikeouts in this ball game. McCormick would go out for 10 on the evening, the most in his career, the most by any Swing starting pitcher in this ball game. And the Swing of the Quad Cities would go on to strike out 15 on the night. That is the most they have punched out as a staff all season long, and that helped keep the Kernels at bay. So the Swing tried to rally late. They were down 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th when Stephen Merrick, the Kernels' 22-year-old right-hander, was just real tough against the Swing of the Quad Cities. But they finally broke through in the bottom of the 8th. Rogers singled, but with 2 outs, he was still at first base. Jose Martinez singled, moved Rogers to third, took second on the throw. Merrick was pulled, and in came Ryan Aldridge as Daniel Nelson tried to help the Swing rally with 2 outs in the 8th. Men in scoring position for Nelson, who's 2 for 3 on the game. The 1-1, there's a liner into right field. That's a base hit. Coming home from third is Rogers. Martinez waved around. It's dropped in right field by Wren. 2 runs come home. Daniel Nelson, a big single, and the Swing pulled to within 3-2. Unfortunately, that is as close as they would get. In the bottom of the 9th, Ryan Aldridge was tough. A 1-2-3 inning. A.J. Van Slyke called strike 3, a questionable call. Ends the ball game, and the Swing of the Quad Cities lose by a score of 3-2. Stephen Merrick, the win for the Kernels, improves to 5-1. Mark McCormick gets the loss, drops to 1-4, and Ryan Aldridge, his 8th save of the season. Another 1-run game, another fantastic ball game here at John O'Donnell Stadium. We'll see what else went on in the Midwest League tonight after this timeout on your home for Swing Baseball.
A guy once said he has talent on loan from God.
Hello, I'm a little confused. I've got news for you.
Everybody has talent on loan from God.
The new Progressive Talk AM 1270.
Millions of albums sold worldwide.
Birds flying high.
A sold-out world tour.
You know how I feel.
It's time for Michael Bublé.
Channel 1 presents Michael Bublé. The king, cool, with the dark and velvet voice, will leave you breathless. Saturday, June 24th, the Mark of the Quad Cities in a special theatrical configuration. It's an intimate evening filled with the Bublé classics. If you don't know Michael by now, prepare to be swept away. Michael Bublé. Reserved seat tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster and the Mark Box Office. Channel 1 presents a special night live with Michael Bublé. Another Beaver production.
Your Michael Bublé concert ticket will allow you admission to the Taste of the Quad Cities before the concert at half price.
Top 3 reasons I'm painting over the long weekend. Number 3, if these walls could talk, they'd ask for a makeover. Number 2, I can paint and float all in one weekend. And number 1, the extra $5 in my pocket. More reason to celebrate.
Now through Memorial Day at the Home Depot, get $5 off 1-gallon cans and $20 off 5-gallon buckets of Behr paints and stains. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. By manufacturer mail-in rebate in U.S. only. See store for details.
Back to John O'Donnell Stadium again, 3-2 your final here. The Kernels get even in this 4-game series. They snap a 5-game losing streak of their own, beating the swing of the Quad Cities. Elsewhere in the Midwest League, it was the Lugnuts putting up 4 runs in the first inning, beating Fort Wayne in Fort Wayne 5-3. In South Bend, the Silverhawks 2-1 over the Dragons. Nobody scored in that game after the second inning. Ryan Trappell over Philip Valaket. The Lumber Kings needed 10 innings to beat the Peoria Chiefs, but they did, 5-4 at home. The Southwest Michigan Devil Rays were the home team, dropping their ball game against West Michigan. The Whitecaps, a 4-3 win. In Beloit, it was the Burlington Bees, a 6-1 victory. Carlos Rosa picks up his 4th win, lowers his ERA to 2.28. And in Kane County, the Cougars, a 5-2 win over the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Vincent Mazzaro picking up the W in that ball game. On your Major League scoreboard, finals to report from the National League. The Atlanta Braves came through in the 9th inning at Wrigley Field. Carlos Zambrano dominates, but the Cubs bullpen blows it. They led by a score of 5-3 heading into the 9th, but 3 runs in the 9th. Brian Dempster gets the loss. Braves over the Cubs at Wrigley. In Washington, it was the Nationals 10-4 over the Dodgers. Brewers in 10 innings over the Phillies in Philadelphia, 6-5. The Pirates 12-5 winners over the Astros, and the Diamondbacks in Cincinnati shut out the Reds 3-0. Brandon Webb improves to 8-0. In Miami, it was the Marlins over the Mets, 5-1. Still going in the National League, the Giants a 1-0 lead over the Rockies in the 2nd inning, and your St. Louis Cardinals have fallen behind early. They trailed 3-0 in the 2nd inning. Dave Roberts has gone yard for the Padres in that ball game. Finals from the American League. Blue Jays 8-2 over the White Sox. They pound out 15 hits at the Skydome in Toronto. The Tigers in Detroit 8-3 winners over the Cleveland Indians. In Minnesota, the Twins 3-1 over the Mariners. Now a couple of games, or one game in rain delay. They're at Yankee Stadium in the 9th inning, waiting to finish out a ball game in which the Royals lead 7-5 over the Yankees. Boy, the Royals so close to only their 11th win of the year, and they'll have to wait through the raindrops. They're in the 3rd inning in Anaheim, where the Angels and Orioles are scoreless. Top of the 9th in Texas, the ballpark at Arlington, and the Rangers leading the Athletics 5-3. And at Fenway Park in Boston, the Red Sox 8-4. They lead the Devil Rays in the 9th inning despite 2 home runs from Carl Crawford. So that is your night in baseball, and I'll be back to wrap things up after one last break on WKBF Progressive Talk AM 1270, your home for swing baseball.
Finally, just you and me. A choice in the Quad Cities.
The new Progressive Talk.
Progressive Talk AM 1270.
When you hear that music, you know it's John T's Giant Big Top Buy-A-Thon. But this year's Big Top is bigger. Bigger discounts up to $12,000. 400 new and used, plus a great selection of certified cars and trucks priced to sell. Plus our biggest discounts ever on new Cadillacs, Pontiacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, including 06 Yukon XLs and the all-new Cadillac STS discounted $12,000. Or 0% financing for 72 months on Yukons. There's 90 Pontiacs, including
50 fuel-friendly Vibes, 80 Cadillacs and Buicks, 40 Lucernes and LaCrosses in stock now. And listen to this, 150 new GMC trucks and vans.
John Keating's GM Superstore is overstocked.
So don't miss out on this great money-saving sales event. Plus, we're giving top dollar for your trade. Now through Monday, Memorial Day till 5 p.m. It's the giant Big Top Buy-a-thon at John Keating's GM Superstore. I-74 at Timberley Road, Davenport, or shop online at johnkeating.com.
Top 3 reasons I'm really going to enjoy this long weekend. Number 3, a new grill means burgers on Saturday, steaks on Sunday, and kebabs on Monday. Number 2, I'm getting a bigger fridge for all that meat. And number 1, I'll buy now, but pay later.
Right now at the Home Depot, get special deferred financing on purchases store-wide with your Home Depot Consumer Credit Card. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help. Offer valid through May 29th in U.S. only. See store for details.
I can't believe it. I haven't caught a thing today.
Hey, Bill, catch anything?
Hi, Jeff. Not a thing. Rough out here today.
What bait are you using?
Newspaper classifieds.
Still fishing for employees the old-fashioned way? Check out QCEmployme.com. Simply log on and click on the Post a Job clipboard. Have a valid MasterCard or Visa handy, and in seconds, you'll be on your way to posting your job opening. Don't let the big one get away. Reel in a catch the QC Employme way with QCEmployme.com.
You have a worm on your tie.
Ew.
One last time from John O'Donnell Stadium, it was the Kernels over the Swing by a score of 3-2. Another stellar pitching matchup tonight. Stephen Merrick went 7 2/3 for the Kernels, allowing only 2 runs, carrying a shutout into the 8th. For the Swing of the Quad Cities, it was a combined effort. McCormick, Hooks, Trent, and Vanderweg combining for 15 strikeouts. That is the most the Swing have recorded in a ball game this season, but the Kernels getting the 3-2 win. Tomorrow night, it will be Kyle Sadlowski on the hill for the Swing of the Quad Cities. He'll be taking on Moose Mosbach, right-hander, for the Cedar Rapids Kernels. That game comes your way with a first pitch at 7 o'clock. Get here early and pick up a baseball cap, courtesy of Mountain Dew, 97 Rock, and Fox 18. As always, if you can't come to the ballpark, tune in over the airwaves. We'll be right there with you starting at 6:45 with your pregame show on WKBF AM 1270 Progressive Talk. As always, your home for Swing Baseball. I want to send my thanks out to Brittany Del Angel tonight, who pushed the buttons all night long, bringing this game your way. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in, hoping for that late comeback, and you almost got it. We'll try to do one better tomorrow night when the Swing and Kernels do get out for Game 3 of the 4-game series. Until then, I'm Ben Chiswick saying thanks for listening, and I'll catch you tomorrow night at 6:45 on your home for Swing Baseball.
You've been listening to Swing of the Quad Cities Baseball on Progressive Talk AM 1270. Swing Baseball has been sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, Deere & Company, Dex Media, The Dispatch Argus Leader, iWireless, John Deere, Clements, Lavelle Financial Solutions, Mediacom, Miller Lite, Modern Woodman of America, Orthopedic Specialists, Papa John's Pizza, Peoria Charter Coaches, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, The Quad City Times, Swiss Valley Farms, U.S. Cellular, Valpak, Wells Blue Bunny, and Wire to Wire. Thanks again for listening, and join us all season long for more Swing Baseball on Progressive Talk AM 1270.